it for OBS to get going, and we were on 20 frames per second for a hot bit, but we are live and we are ready to talk about anime.
Except Flaglia, which, yes, it was not licensed by Amazon either.
Yeah.
So.
No, we have checked all streaming services it could have been on, certainly that I could watch anyway. It's not on any of them. Flaglia didn't get a license, we're not talking about it.
Man.
I make 2 of my shows, I think, on my list that didn't get licensed because neither did
because me and Roboco didn't get licensed, which is weird.
Yeah,
that was a Shonen Jump adaptation. I'm honestly kind of shocked that didn't get licensed.
Yeah.
Whatever. It didn't get licensed, so we didn't watch it. What we did watch, because we are gonna get started straight away, is The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten.
This is a fun, fluffy show.
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot.
It's just a light, very little strings attached romance, so there's nothing too much of a pain in the ass to enjoy, you know?
Yeah, what is a pain in the ass is your mom suddenly showing up and finding out you have a girl hiding in your room.
Oh yeah, that would be super embarrassing.
Yeah.
I also thought you were turning that into a burn on Jack.
Wow.
Well, Jack, is that a burn?
No comment.
Okay. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying this a lot more than I expected. No, it's no Kaguya or anything like that, but
Nowhere close.
Shocker.
No, but it's more grounded, I guess, than Kaguya.
It's a lot less over the top. It's like a more low-key Bunny Girl Senpai.
Kind of,
without
yeah.
Without all the sci-fi elements.
Yeah.
But including the snark?
Yes.
Yeah, there's some snark. There's some snark there, thankfully.
Interesting.
I do like how I forget the characters' names. I do like how the girl influences the boy in a positive manner so that he tries cooking on his own. That's nice.
Character development, you'll love to see it.
Yeah. Also, I'm very curious as to hear what her story is, considering that she seems to have some sort of issues with her parents.
She seems to be rather well off, but very neglected.
Yeah, they don't call her by her first name ever.
Which is
that's kind of weird considering they gave it to her.
That's weird, yeah. Wow, okay.
There's a weird flag there. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, a fun little show. I like the opening a lot. It's
good. There are a lot of good OPs. No.
Yeah, there are a lot of good OPs this season.
I will say this is probably in the top 5 for me, though.
Probably, yeah. It's kind of just pops into my head randomly.
I like how jazzy it is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jazzy OPs.
Yeah. But no, nice fluffy show. Did you watch the most recent episode?
I did.
Okay, I haven't yet, so
it was a fun little episode. I won't tell.
I'm sure it was, considering the cliffhanger in the episode before. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. Where he has his friends over, and they find out that he lives next door to the angel. So
she is not an actual angel.
Yeah, you can't prove that. But nah, show's fun.
Good. If that is everything, we can move on.
Yeah.
So we move on to Ayakashi Triangle.
AKA something that's a lot less pure and wholesome.
Just a tad.
It can be wholesome sometimes, but it's bit more lewd.
It knows
A
what it is, to
bit?
be fair.
Yeah. Okay. It's
Yeah.
very lewd.
No, correct me if I'm wrong. This is one of the ones that got delayed, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
I believe episode 4 is the last one before the delay.
Yeah, I think so.
So regardless of whether or not you're continuing with it, we won't be talking about this for a while, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's shame, but you know that's one less thing for me to watch for a while. So I don't really mind having more time on my schedule.
Aniplex really fucked things up this season.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't
that's
entirely
good.
blame them though, but
I
it's
do.
because not really
I blame their management at the very least.
No, I
Their
don't. I
management
don't.
kind
I
of
don't.
sucks.
I'm not blaming like the animators or even the in between studios in China, but this is on Aniplex. I have said for a while that something is screwy over there. I tend to focus on Cloverworks when I say that, but overall, Aniplex is a very screwy company.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
more often than not, if you get a show that is delayed, or has production issues throughout and have to, delay episodes by a few weeks or whatever, it's probably going to be an Aniplex show.
I believe Aniplex is responsible for 3 out of the 4 confirmed delays we have so far.
Well, yeah. So we've got, let's see. We've got Unite Up, which is delayed until February 11th. We've got Misfit, which is delayed. Has that one been announced yet, or?
I don't believe that one's been confirmed.
Right. Okay. NieR, which is delayed indefinitely, and Ayakashi Triangle, which has been delayed indefinitely. We've also got Kubo.
Kubo as well, but that's the
postponed.
sole non-Aniplex one on the delay list, which is saying something.
Yeah. But as I said, things are screwy in Aniplex land because they're pushing too hard, and
Yeah.
those chickens are finally coming to roost.
It's bleeding over into other products besides. It's bleeding over into other products besides their anime too, because apparently one or two of their gacha games has also had seen some production issues.
Oh, that I didn't know about.
Yeah. Don't know the details about that though. It may
Right.
just be an entirely unrelated thing, but
Yeah.
I doubt it. I'm pretty sure it's all connected to Aniplex and its management having a lot of issues.
Unfortunate.
Dicks who don't know how to schedule properly and not crunch their staff.
Well, yes, that, but also like callous as well.
I think callous is implied.
But anyways, on to the topic of the show itself. I actually have not watched past episode 2 yet.
Oh, okay.
I've just been preoccupied, but I may or may not continue it, depending, since, the show's delayed for a while, so maybe I'll have the time to watch the remaining 2 episodes out.
Yeah.
We'll
I
see.
I am current on it. I think. I don't think episode 4 didn't come out yet, did it?
Episode 4 should have been this week.
Was it? Okay. Maybe I'm an episode behind.
I could be wrong.
Oh no, I'm checking. It's until the 31st, so I am caught up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm caught up. It's good. The censorship's very distracting.
I am absolutely not remotely shocked.
No, it's not as bad as the worst censorship we've seen. As I know Jack is very well aware, but
I'm pretty sure the record holder for that is still World's End Harem.
That was so bad.
Yeah, it's hilariously bad.
I feel like not the worst censorship is a low bar.
Mm-hmm. True.
I mean, if it's funny censorship, that is definitely an improvement. But
yeah. But yeah, no, the show's pretty good so far. I did mention this last time, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised by the adaptation. I thought it was going to be not that great. It is better than I expected. Not amazing, but it's decent enough. And I do really like the voice cast as well. So it's good. It's satisfactory.
that's good.
I do hope the delays aren't too severe, and that things can get back on track soon. But I'm having a good time.
Stuff, yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's everything, we can move on to our next show, which is doing a lot better on the production side of things, which is Blue Lock.
Yeah. Did you watch today's episode?
Did not watch today's episode. Did not have the time.
I really wish you did.
I'm sorry, but I didn't have the time.
I know, but I wish you did. What do you think about the most recent events then?
So, I actually came with not a soapbox to get off onto, but I found the most recent episodes, most recent mini arcs sort of focus on geniuses, quite interesting, because it does sort of because look, I've read Haikyuu and watch Haikyuu, and there is a really good speech about geniuses in there, where like the captain of one of the team just goes off on some players for like saying this guy's so gifted, there's no way we could beat them, and it's like, no, these guys work fucking hard to be this good. Like, just because they start off, good already, doesn't mean they don't work to stay good and stay ahead of everybody else. And it's kind of offensive to say otherwise. Like, and it, all this talk about geniuses really did make me think, and it. I don't think Narahaya really gave up upon realizing that, or upon believing that Isagi was a genius of adaptability, but certainly I feel like, he basically said, "Look, you're a genius. I can't compete with you," which, is not right, because he nearly did it. He nearly did it, and
he nearly did. Yeah, he just fumbled a little bit
Yeah.
in the end there.
Also, what I will say is, they can show as many fucking flashbacks for these idiots as they want. I'm not going to feel sorry for them. Because I went on a rant about this when I caught up on Blue Lock. Like, they're dumb. Like, if they really wanted to go pro, they wouldn't have taken part in it, because they would have realized that, there'd be at most 299 other schmucks who 298 other schmucks who aren't going to be able to go pro because they're going to, get knocked out of Blue Lock. And so suddenly there's a fuck ton of opportunities that wouldn't have otherwise existed. It's like, just don't take part. You'd have a better chance of going pro.
Yeah, it's kind of the funny thing about all of this. It's because of Blue Lock that more people will have opportunity to go pro.
Yeah. And it's just like, no, I'm not going to feel sorry for you for being an idiot.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb on his part, considering he does have a family to support.
Yeah, if you have you don't get to take these risks when you've got that kind of backstory.
Yeah, you really shouldn't have done that, buddy.
No, I am sad that we've lost Bachira, because he is my favorite character.
I'm sure you are.
Though I do like Nagi, to be fair, and I think he's really playing off Isagi well.
No, I love Nagi, and I'm glad he's here to stay for a while, because he's just interesting.
Yeah. Because he is one of those genius types who didn't really work hard before, and is now realizing that to keep up, he's got to actually work at it, and he's really pulling that through. I'm glad we've got more Baro, because I love Junichi Suabe, but I'm also I also wondered if they would actually sort of go for the subversion and actually pick Narahaya, because look, Baro is not a team player.
No, as no spoilers, but no, he's not a team player at all, and that's very much emphasized in the most recent episode.
I mean, the post-credit scene emphasized that, where they started arguing over who would get the single bed.
If you wanted more Borrow, don't worry, you're getting plenty of Borrow this week.
I do like him, and it helps that he's voiced by Junichi Suwabe because I love that
Yeah.
man. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Like, I have a feeling that they did. Well, no, I can understand the choice, especially considering the hypothesis that this selection is based more on individual skill than it is team skill. So as a result, you do want better individuals rather than a good team of weaker individuals. As the match against the top 3 showed. Can I just say I love what's his name, Aryu and Tokimitsu.
Which ones were they?
Aryu is the long-haired glam guy. Tokimitsu is the buff cinnamon roll who powers through people with anxiety.
Yeah.
who is succeeding with the power of God and anxiety on his side.
I relate to that.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, power of muscles and anxiety is how Tokimitsu is getting through. And fucking Rin is just an edgelord.
He is an edgelord. I gotta beat my brother.
This is a battlefield, man. Just
what the fuck did he say to Isagi again? It was like, go read a book. What was that he said? Do you remember?
Something like go read up on how eyes work or something like that. It's like Jesus
you worthless
Christ,
trash.
Dude. Yeah, like come on, just
like
just win and move on. You don't need to be this much of an edgelord about it.
Yeah, like they get it. You're better than them. You don't need to be an asshole.
Because we're better than you, and we know it.
Yeah.
That's sponsored by Globo Gym.
And I like the promise of Chigiri, Kunigami, and Reo teaming up.
Yeah, that's great. I am a big fan of that.
Even if Reo might be insane based on that additional time.
Little bit yandere, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. He's not happy with Nagi right now.
No. But yeah, no, Blue Lock is still as good as it has been.
Yeah. The team up of Isagi with basically our 2 minor antagonists over the first half.
Yeah.
Very fun.
I really hope one of the that one Wanama brother who made it through has been knocked out by now. I really hope that. I never want to see him again.
Are those the creepy fuckers?
Yeah, only one creepy twin got through, and I'm hoping he's been knocked out by now. I don't want to see him again.
I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see him again.
Oh.
I don't know for sure, but I'm willing to bet that we will. Unfortunately, considering they kind of teased it a little bit.
I will also say I really like the new OP.
Oh yeah, the new OP is great.
Like some of those visuals are absolutely fantastic, especially the Barrow one. The Barrow one just looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. He is the king.
Yeah.
Yeah, it oozes style. It's fantastic.
But we should move on to our next show, which is let me just get the full name up. BOFURI, I Don't Want to Get Hurt, so I'll max out my defense, Season 2.
I fucking love Maple so much.
Yeah.
I thought the pacing of episode 2 is quite interestingly quick.
Yeah.
It did feel a bit quick, but episode 3 fixed most of the pacing issues, I think.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that they just didn't really, feel the level 5 stuff was that necessary. And so just moved past it. I did love that fucking Maple tried to find the boss for level 4 and accidentally found a secret boss.
That is very much on brand for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is classic Maple.
And then facing the boss of level 4, just absolutely terrifying. What was it? The Order of the Holy Knight, Holy Sword, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just Maple's great. And then yeah, we get some more me stuff, which was quite nice, and then I think it's event 6 or event 7, one of those two.
Yeah, the 7th event.
7th event, yeah. Where this is basically just designed to try and trip Maple up, and it's barely working.
Yeah.
Like, they did actually manage to figure out a way to actually, shut Maple down, but then forgot that she has friends.
Yeah, Sally is kind of OP in her own right.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah.
doesn't she have, like, a bunch of awards for gaming?
Probably.
I
Yeah.
feel like I remember that from the first season. Like, she has like Maple's just gushing excitedly to Sally about how fun the game is, and Sally's just like, yeah, and then we cut to her room and see like a bunch of trophies saying like best gamer or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it says,
Yeah.
but she's top tier. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And the issue is they're so diametrically opposed in terms of their playstyles. To shut down one, you're letting the other run free.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no, Maple and Sally just complement each other really well in terms of their game designs.
And honestly, in terms of their dynamic, it's a really good dynamic.
Yeah, no, I
It
love
is.
them. I love them a lot.
Look, these gamer girlfriends are gonna rampage, and good for them. Good for them.
Yeah. Good for them.
I mean, the really nice scene just at the end of episode 2 of Risa just calling Kaide to calm herself down while she's home alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I do get that when you've been in like one of those high stress environments, especially with like spooky stuff, and you're in your house alone, everything seems like it's out to get you.
Yeah.
So I definitely get her fright when she logged off. But yeah, BOFURI is BOFURI. It's just really fun.
I do want to make note that animation has largely been very good, but
yeah,
a very large chunk of the most recent episode was all CG, which is kind of weird.
It was all confined to one sequence, so maybe it was a creative choice. I don't know. It is still funky to me, though.
It's weird.
Honestly,
weird.
Yeah. I get the feeling that they wanted to do that in 2D, but just didn't have the time.
Yeah, possibly.
Because that felt like
it's interesting because the models themselves look fantastic, but they just didn't move that great.
They didn't move super particularly naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a jarring change. It wasn't necessarily a bad one. Like, if BOFURI is going to include more 3D in, then I'm not going to complain. But
yeah,
it just felt weird for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely looks like the devs are maybe not going to be antagonists, but or certainly
one of the devs might be, because she seems to be going out of her way to try to nerf Maple. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
You can't nerf Maple. You can only make her stronger.
I imagine it's going to be a lot of springtime for Hitler situations, and or hoisting by one's own petard.
Yeah. But yes, we can. If either of you got anything else to say about BOFURI?
That's all for me.
I do think it is kind of funny that Frederica tries to find. Briefly mentions trying to find a ghost familiar just to freak out Sally.
Yeah, that's just okay.
That's
kind of a dick
low
move, but understandable since she's never won.
Yeah.
But she's even getting beaten by Kasumi now, which is like, okay. If you can't even beat her, you're definitely not beating Sally.
Yeah, no, there's
Yep.
no way.
Yeah. I did like the little tea meet and greet between Kasumi, Frederica, me, and Maple. That was
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah.
No, that was definitely good.
More me content is good.
Yeah, she's great.
But we should move on to our next show, which is Buddy Daddies.
I fucking love this show.
This show's a riot.
The most recent episode was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. Oh,
The group chat with the mom was so fucking funny.
yeah.
I actually paused it to make sure I read everything correctly because it was like, oh my.
These guys adopted a tornado.
Oh, they did. She is chaos incarnate. I love her.
She's, despite not having psychic powers, she's somehow more chaotic than Anya.
Yeah,
I
how
think
she
she's
do
more
that?
chaotic because she doesn't have psychic powers. And also, she's like
Possibly.
probably a year younger or so, with even less restraint. Yeah, last couple episodes were really fun.
Yeah. Ray seems to very much have warmed up to Miri, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah, Mary's mom is also just kind of a piece of work.
Yeah, she's certainly something.
She's not in the best situation to be fair, but like,
No, I cut her a bit of slack for that, but also,
she has a very shitty attitude towards her daughter.
yeah, not great. The fact that she let her go on her own, this 4-year-old, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that should have been our first red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She really just gave her some cash and said, "Hey, yo, go find your dad."
Yep. To be fair, her dad was also just like an even bigger piece of shit.
Oh
but
yeah, no, he's an awful piece of shit.
Thank goodness he's gone.
Yeah.
Thanks to Papa Ray, who's very good with the gun. A real gun.
Yes.
Yeah. Also,
I love how all the daycare people are just super accepting of Miri having two dads.
Yeah.
It's absolutely delightful.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you have two papas. All right, what's the story there?
It's a long story.
It's complicated.
Just like what Papa
no.
said.
I do like how Miri was just selling them out when they were interviewing that first daycare.
Kazuki just does not realize at first that children that young do not have any filter whatsoever.
No, absolutely not.
Serious mistake to be discussing anything like that around her. I'm surprised she hasn't started swearing with how much those two do as well.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised she didn't, somehow find their guns.
He did.
She did in episode 2.
Episode 2 or 3. Yeah, she.
Oh,
found
that's
one of the
right,
guns.
she did.
two.
Oh my
It
god.
was unloaded, fortunately, but still.
Yeah, but jeez, that's
It is
right.
not that incautious.
Yeah. Also, it took until episode 4 for her to actually get a room.
Yeah,
It took
I
her
guess so.
It took her until episode 4 to actually get some clothes.
Yeah, that's Jesus.
I do like the shopping spree bit though, especially when they go to the dollar store. That was great.
Yeah, the discount store is like, oh, we're buying out this whole store.
You know you're gonna have to sew her name into all this, right? Shut up.
Do not ruin this.
Yeah. Also, I love them just rolling up super fucking fashionable to Miri's first day. and
Yeah.
immediately attracting the thirst of all the moms. The whole this has just been a really good show.
Yeah, it's another good PA Works original.
They can't keep getting away with all this good shit.
They can, and hopefully they will continue to.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah, been a delightful show, just fun. More Miri is good.
I'm
yeah.
somewhat,
Already contender for best girl this season.
I'm somewhat put off by the sort of obviousness of this being, you should look after a child propaganda for Japan.
Look, we don't need to acknowledge that.
No,
It's
I
fine.
need to acknowledge that. Like, it's fairly blatant. Come on. The fact that they actually did an accurate, depiction of how to join a daycare is proof enough.
Yeah, you have a point there, I guess.
Look, Abe is looking on from beyond the grave, overjoyed by another anime about the joys of childcare. Because that's his. That's how we're going to remember him for all time, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably better than what he deserves, but
Oh, it is absolutely better than what he deserves. It's still fucking hilarious, though, that that's his legacy for a good chunk of the West.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think this anime should be given at least a little bit of a pass for just having people be so very of the apparent gayness of Kazuki and Rei. It's like, oh, she has two dads? Neat. Moving on.
Though the show is
definitely
the show's definitely not been angling towards that type of relationship between the two of them.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't. Which is I'm not super I'm not super vested either way. I wouldn't mind the idea, but at the same time, it wouldn't feel super in character at this point in time.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be there, but I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, if they did it right, I would be very much all for it. But
the other thing is fuck ton of stormtrooper shooting in episode 2. How the literal fuck did none of them get hit?
The child has plot armor.
Yes.
That doesn't cover Kazuki and Rei.
They were in proximity.
Rei literally walked slowly towards them. That's what all those soldiers in World War I did, and look how they ended up.
He watched Licorice Recoil, right? And he memorized Chisato's movements, and
he didn't move.
No, he didn't need to.
Look, you can explain it by the simple fact that they all have shit aim.
I just fine. I'll drop it.
Look, this show's good. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
But in the I can't even remember what the saying is. We should move on. Because we've been going for half an hour and we're only 5 shows in.
5 shows deep. Yeah, we should speed it up. Next show will be pretty easy to talk about pretty quickly.
Yeah, don't worry. We won't spend much time on this next one.
We move on to
I dropped this.
Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill.
Yeah, I dropped this one. I
did too, though. There's a good chance I'll go back to it because I did actually have fun with episode 2. But it's hard for me to find time to continue it further.
It's kind of boring, honestly.
Not for me. I got, I don't know, something just charming about it that I just get some enjoyment out of. The dynamic between I already forgot the protagonist's name, and his Fenrir Fell is just fun because he's just constantly hungry and he has to find ways to feed him, and him getting acquainted in the world and everything while having this giant freaking wolf Fenrir right next to him. It's just amusing. So
I can't.
also the food porn in this is amazing.
I can't believe
it's
Campfire Cooking is engaging in propaganda for pet owners.
All anime is propaganda, according to Mill.
Yes. I mean, a lot of anime is trying to sell you on something, be it a
Usually
manga
it's
or a light
merchandise.
novel.
Yeah, it's usually manga, light novels, or merchandise.
Yeah,
I
or
love that
children.
merchandising.
But yeah, I do enjoy this show well enough. It's just, but there's not really a whole lot to it. I still, which it's unfortunate because we still haven't met the slime yet, and I do want to keep watching it, especially for the slime. But yeah, enjoyable. It's charming enough, but definitely not for everyone. But
we can.
It's fun.
We should move on then to the Eminence in Shadow.
Sid is so fucking extra.
Perv McAsshat?
No, it's just straight up perv ass hat.
It should be McAsshat.
Yes, that would have been funnier, but at the same time,
The fact they named the character Perv Asshat and Mundane Man.
Mundane Man. Such a great name.
That we've gone past the point where we have to take this show seriously in any sense.
Oh, of course. Of course. The show is high camp in the best way possible.
No, it's delightful. And Shadow is especially amazing. This dude stole a piano, took it to this cave underground, and built it like this all for this one scene.
He also apparently got a shit ton of bird feathers from somewhere.
Yeah, how did he do that? How?
The logistics are disturbing to think about, but also hilarious to think about.
It's just it's hilarious. I love him much.
He's so fucking. Yeah, Sid is just. I love him just going full Chuny with his disguise for the tournament. Just like going.
The fucking neck cracking bullshit and the sneezing.
Oh yeah. I love Honoros trying to imitate that, and both like in front of a bunch of people and getting embarrassed about it, and then saying, "I could do that too," and then cracks her neck and Sid's like, "Okay, cool, whatever."
What the hell was that about?
Also, Sid is wearing weighted armor.
He actually did the fucking Dragon Ball thing. It's so funny.
All the tournament shenanigans are just absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
The stuff
Also, I guess there's some plot involving Rose and her fiance, and apparently her father's being like mind controlled or some shit. I don't know.
Yes, the king is being controlled by an asshat named Perv.
Yes.
Yeah, I honestly don't blame Rose for trying to stab the fucker.
No, she was right. Well, I mean, she wasn't wrong for doing it. I don't know if that was the best choice in that situation, considering where it landed her, but I guess she didn't really have many choices.
No, she really didn't.
No. What she should have done was actually kill the guy, but...
I don't know if she was strong enough at that point.
Yeah.
She did get a power boost, though.
Yeah, no, Shadow unlocked her potential, or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also, just, like, again, we get the bit with, this time, Epsilon just plagiarizing shit from Sid's
Yeah,
world.
she's plagiarizing music. Sid, you need to be more careful about this shit, and also teach these girls to not like profit off of other people's creations. It's like, what the fuck?
Now, Nmbr, it's clearly okay because they're in a world that has no connection whatsoever to the other world.
But it's like, what do their minds decided that it was okay for them to do that? Like, Sid's the one who's taught them this shit. Like, it's so weird.
Nmbr, their first mistake was ascribing logic to Sid.
I guess, yeah. But it's like he didn't even intend for this. He was like, oh hey, there's this thing called Dragon Ball. It's pretty cool. Hey, you ever heard of this man called Beethoven? He made some pretty cool music.
Yeah, I do like the use of the Moonlight Sonata. That is one of my favorite compositions. It's really good.
It's also Sid's favorite too.
It's not my absolute favorite, or at least not that particular movement. I prefer the third to the first. But that's a personal taste thing.
So
Yeah,
so
I'm glad that Sid understands how fucking cool the piano is and how much it fits into his fucking persona.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying that Eminence in Shadow played Beethoven over Dragon Ball?
I don't get it.
Just keep going. I'm underappreciated in my time, apparently.
Sorry.
Yeah. Also,
There's not
yeah.
much-
How did he get that piano down there?
Again, the logistics are both hilarious and horrifying to contemplate.
Whatever. This show's top tier trash in all the best possible ways, and I love it.
Oh yeah. Again, it is high camp, and it is glorious.
Yes, fantastic. Peak Sakai, as I like to call it.
Yes, it really is.
Yeah.
It's the good shit.
Yeah, but we can move on.
All right, we will move on to Endo and Kobayashi Live, the latest on Tsundere, Villainess, Lieselotte.
Lieselotte.
I've been reliably informed that the name is like that because she lies a lot.
She does lie a lot about her feelings because she's a tsundere.
Tsundere's lie? No.
Yes. Yes, they do. Because they are honest with themselves. And they can never outright state it because they're too embarrassed. Speaking of which, there are a lot of high-quality blush faces from Liese, but I couldn't get one in a screenshot because a lot of them are just like those rising steam type blushes that are just really fun to see in motion. But yeah, this is a fun show. My one big gripe so far is that episode 4 didn't have a lot of the title characters Endo and Kobayashi because seeing their main contact with the inside of the game wasn't in a good chunk of the episode. So they had no way of directly interacting with the episode, with the characters rather, which is unfortunate. Because I did like the interactions between Liese and Fine rather. It just didn't have quite the same oomph as it does when we're getting direct commentary from Endo and Kobayashi.
Endo and Kobayashi, not live.
Yep. But they're fun characters in their own right, and it does help that they have a really great banter between each other, and as well as just like really fun commentary on the story as it's unfolding. Yeah, things are starting to get interesting with the introduction of a new character at the end of the most recent episode, who I am very interested to see who it is. Yeah, this is a fun little isekai adjacent series. I don't think you could really call it an isekai technically, because no one actually travels to another world.
No, they're just watching another world. So wait, no, it's a let's play.
It's a let's play, yeah. It's really fun though. It's a good let's play.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'll probably watch it eventually. Just obviously no time.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
You don't need to put it high on your priority list. It's just a fun time
Yeah.
when you have the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on from one fantasy series to another, though.
We move on to Farming Life in Another World.
This is the common reaction to seeing a giant spider for the first time, I believe.
It looks cute though. I want to pet it.
Cowards.
It is a cute spider.
I kill giant spiders when I see them in video games.
How dare you? Look at it.
Fair.
It's cute.
In my defense,
To be
most
fair-
of them are trying to kill me.
Yeah, to be fair, Mill's mostly referring to Dragon Age, where giant spiders are a common enemy.
I see. But this spider's
Should be
so
called Spider
cute.
Age. Yes. Yes, it is.
I normally hate spiders too, but look at it.
This has such a floofy design.
Yeah, it's floofy.
Yeah, this is a nice floofy show, so it's appropriate that the spider is also floofy. Yeah, Hiraku is slowly but surely building up his little village now that he has a bunch of elf villagers. But these best villagers still remain the doggos, because of course they do. They are good doggos.
As all doggos are.
Not all doggos, but most doggos.
Most doggos are good doggos.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, this is still just a very fun show. Well, not very fun. I wouldn't rank it super high, but it is still a fun time, and I would say it's a nice diversion with
You gonna keep up with it then?
Yeah, I'll keep up with this. It's something nice and relaxing to watch on a Friday.
Yeah, I've been considering it, but I'll wait this here and see if it either goes up or down in quality.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, there's nothing egregiously wrong with it.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Glowing recommendation.
I will also say the animation is pretty consistently decent, and I do like whenever it goes into the super deformed chibi art style, because those scenes are almost always really cute and or funny. Yeah, there's nothing really wrong with this one, and it's actually pretty fun for the most part. It's not like super exciting or anything, but it's supposed to be like a slow life fantasy, so I don't expect it to be super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
You don't expect high octane action sequences in what's basically Isekai Stardew Valley. Yeah. Wait, that's basically what this is. This is basically Isekai Stardew Valley.
Isekai Stardew Valley.
Well, that makes sense. Anyways, we can move on now.
We move on.
God damn, there's so many fantasy series this season.
Yeah.
We move on then to The Fire Hunter.
Look at that fucking gorgeous painting.
Ooh, Jesus.
The art is there's definitely been some absolutely spectacularly beautiful stills. I worry slightly at how prevalent they were in episode 2.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A lot of
All the
stills.
still frame. Yep.
There was a lot
Lots and lots of still frames.
and there was a lot of talking over general animation in episode 3, if I recall correctly.
A little bit of that, yeah.
So I am sort of worried about how it's gonna do
Production.
about its
Yeah.
production. But it's definitely an interesting show. for sure.
I really dig the post-apocalyptic setting.
I mean, I'd like a. I can't really say I want more information because I've gotten plenty of information via, the narration. But yeah, I feel more interested in the world. I definitely feel interested in the Koshi side of things because he does seem to be focusing more on a societal level than a personal one like Toko.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the connection of Koshi's dad being the fire hunter that died to save Toko. Um,
Yeah, that's neat.
Not exactly surprising once it was revealed, but it's okay. Makes sense how they're gonna come across each other then. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the brides were interesting. Though we've still got 2 of them to go, assuming they survive this big dragon attack.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. The one who got off first probably is it might well be in a better situation
Mm.
at this point.
Though the show made it clear that we have no fucking idea what happened to Hotaru. Sorry.
Yeah, it's made pretty clear that we're probably never going to get an answer as to how her wedding went
We are never gonna
and
see
if
her
it went well
again.
for her or not.
Kanata remains a good doggo.
Of course.
Bork, bork.
I'm unsure of how to feel about Yoshichi. I get sketchy vibes from him, but I feel like those vibes should have been sort of revealed by now.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering if it's just that I'm a suspicious motherfucker and he's actually a decent dude, or they're actually slow burning this. But
It could be both. Hard to say for for certain.
yeah. Tell you who I definitely don't trust, and the show is not even trying to make me trust, is the mother Hibana.
Oh no, she looked sketchy from the jump.
Yeah. Um. Oh yeah, we got another good doggo, Izumo.
Yes.
More basset hound like than wolf like Kanata.
Yep. A good doggo is a good doggo, regardless.
No, I'm just it's interesting that they've got this variety, and I like it.
Yeah, no, I do too. I like the varied breeds.
But yeah, this has definitely been interesting. Hoping to see it pick up a little bit more, and that hoping that the production doesn't collapse.
Yep, that is always a hope nowadays, unfortunately.
So we can move on to our next show, which is the Giant Beasts of Ars.
Ooh. I told you, constant cat puns from this one.
A meowsing.
Yes. Yeah, this one's fun. I do like the varied kaiju designs as well as the characters we've been introduced to so far. We have all the characters from the opening now fully assembled. Episode 4. That's nice. Yeah. I think this one's an original actually.
That's what I remember it being, but I don't know for
So
sure.
no idea where the hell the plot's gonna go, but I am very interested to see where it does go because they're setting up little bits of political intrigue here and there. while also just setting up a forward plot line of, hey, crazy shit's going down right now, and it's been going down for a while. So I will
Yes,
be
it is
very
original.
Yeah.
dang. You know, there's something just really nice and refreshing about original anime. Just like
Hmm.
you're always for a ride and you don't know when you'll get off.
This is one I've been
Also,
curious about.
yeah,
I mean, sometimes you can wish to get off and not be able to, but
hmm also, episode 4 introduces the fifth member of the main cast, and she has a great design. Not gonna lie, she's a very attractive-looking, dark-skinned, funny woman, and also she also has a really fun personality of being a medic who isn't afraid to basically knock the main male protagonist down a peg for being a dick.
Yeah, I'm looking at her now. Yeah, that is a good design.
Yeah, yeah, she's fun. I like all the main cast so far. They have a lot of potential to bounce off each other really well. Yeah, this is a fun one.
Cool. I'll keep an eye on it, and maybe I'll give it a go,
There's just
depending
so
on
many.
where things go.
There's so many anime this season. I'm like, do I
Yeah.
want to watch another one? Do I want to add another one to my list? Do
Yeah.
I have the time? But moving on to oh my god, there's so many fantasy.
well, this is another isekai because it is Handyman Saitou in Another World.
Yeah, speaking about adding things to our list, I'm taking this one off of mine because I am dropping it. It's not
Oh
bad,
boy.
but as I mentioned before, the formatting is just really, really weird, and it throws me off a lot. Because it's
I
just
love that
it's
janky formatting.
yeah, it's just so segmented, and
Mm,
I don't like that. I really don't.
mm.
Um, but even weirder, so in episode 2, there is this one short segment involving this elf warrior and this white mage, both women. Um, the elf warrior gets a bit injured, and the white mage is like, "Hold on, let me heal you." And um, the elf warrior at first is like kind of against it, but she does seem to enjoy being healed by the white mage. And then we see the white mage's perspective, and she actively hopes that the elf warrior gets hurt so that she can heal her, because she really seems to enjoy getting involved with her wounds for some reason. And um some weird stuff happens uh involving licking.
All right.
Huh.
Yeah, she literally licks some of her wounds, and it's
That's
weird.
unsanitary.
Yeah, it's clearly in a dungeon, no less. It's just it's weird, and
Super unsanitary.
yeah, it's again. This is out of nowhere. These are just two characters we've never met before, and this is our introduction to them. It's just weird. Um, but yeah, I am dropping this. Like, there are aspects I do like about it. I do like Saitou, and now being in an environment where he's actually appreciated by his. Um, the characters themselves are pretty decent, not amazing, but I do enjoy them. But it's just not offering me enough for me to stick with it, and with the formatting making it even worse. Like it's just I'm just not a fan. If it were like a more if it were not segmented like this, I might stick with it, but it's just really distracting and weird. I'm just not huge on it,
All right.
but not a bad show. Just I'm busy enough as it is,
Mm.
so
Mm-hmm.
Moving
you
on.
can
At
see
that
our
point,
list here.
yeah, at that point, it becomes more of a motivation to just actively look for stuff to drop.
Yeah, and the time I spend watching this show, I could use watching a different show, like this next one that we're about to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on then to High Card.
Woohoo!
Man, those guys in episode 3 were real nut jobs.
Oh yeah.
Pray to the fire.
I love them religious fanatics, am I right?
Yeah.
Especially when they're fucking cultists.
Pray
That's fun.
to the fire. Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
Yeah. This
this
show
was
is
fun.
just so much anime bullshit. It's great.
Yeah, it's very fun. I like how absurd Leo's fucking card is. Never no dollars, which lets him just swap money to buy basically anything for an equivalent value. And that's
Which
just
is absolute bullshit.
Excuse you.
he just pulls out a fucking rocket launcher.
I think you meant Leo Constantine Pinochle.
Yeah, yes. Leo Constantine Pinochle, yes.
Son of Theodore Constantine Pinochle.
Yes.
It was voiced by
That's the
Daisuke
most
Ono.
preppy ass fucking name, I swear.
Yeah. Yeah, Theodore's voiced by Daisuke Ono, which is pretty great.
Oh dang.
Yeah, which is pretty great. He better have a card that stops time.
Or that or a card that summons a ghost that beats people up.
Yeah. With quick precise movements.
Exactly.
Well, he'll probably need one closer to the royalty then, instead of poor Finn, who's got a 2.
Yep.
Which is apparently just like, yeah, if your card's a low number, you're just gonna get picked on.
That does make
To
me
be
feel...
fair, a gun that's always accurate isn't a bad card. It's just kind of very vanilla compared to some of the other bullshit we've seen.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny because here
Also,
you get to
it's-
manipulate
no.
fire.
It's not even always accurate. It's always shoots straight, which is different.
Yeah.
Always accurate implies that the bullet will turn to make sure it hits its target. No, this will just shoot 100% straight.
To be fair, he also has infinite ammo basically.
Yeah.
But he has to reload it himself.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Episode
Yeah,
2...
you get to manipulate fire, and you get a gun, but it's a really good gun.
Episode 2 was good. We got introduced to young Greg.
You're committed to that, aren't you?
I've called him young Greg in my summaries. I'm not stopping this. Young Greg to me.
Yeah. We meet young Greg. Yeah.
Definitely gonna be interesting to see how the police intersect with this, or if young Greg's gonna keep going. Nah, let them do whatever the fuck they want. This is not our this is not our jurisdiction.
It's good to have someone in the force that actually is actually able to tell other people, no, it's fine. Just let them let them do their thing. It's fine. This is not our.
He's just Commissioner Gordoning it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Except a bit more hands off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do also just like. I am curious to see as to what Vijay and Wendy's deals are.
Yeah, I think next episode we're getting more on Wendy.
Good.
Yeah, I believe it's it's like Samurai Lady is the name of the next episode or something like that.
Yeah, they haven't gone into what her card does, but it does say here on Wikipedia. I won't spoil if you guys don't want to, but
I know for sure is based on the opening. It is a fucking katana.
Yeah, it is a fucking katana. There's a bit more to it, but it's a katana.
What I will say.
What kind of card does she have, anyways?
She has
Or is that
Ace
a
of
splitter?
Spades.
Oh fuck,
Yeah,
that's not an ominous card at all.
Yeah.
and VJ's is a 3, so only one above Finn's.
Yeah, Vijay can manipulate fucking plants,
Hmm.
which is quite a few steps up from just gun.
Yeah, that's a pretty insane power if you use it right.
Yeah.
We've seen Mob.
Yeah, have.
To be fair, Chris's, which is, fucking ultra regeneration, is only a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
And Leo's is a 7.
Leo's, which is, literally can manifest anything as long as he's got the cash. Which, considering he's a prep baby, he obviously does.
Yeah, he kind of got the perfect card for him.
Oh yeah.
Bold of you to assume that wasn't planned.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. But the cards choose the wielder, as it is implied, so...
I imagine the
I
card
do-
wants to be used, so it probably was willing to go, alright, this kid's rich.
Yep. Yeah, it makes one curious as to what the face cards are like.
Hmm.
Because the highest one we've
Oh,
actually seen
yeah.
used in the story until now is a 10.
Yeah, we need to see what the face cards are like. Now you have me curious. I haven't even thought about that.
Well, considering Ace is the highest, we're gonna get to see one that's probably gonna be broken as shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet Wendy's is broken as fuck.
Considering a 10 was basically like reality warping.
Well, it was just like permanent luck.
Which, yeah, that is basically reality warping. Just not very controllable reality
Yeah.
warping.
Mm-hmm.
Feel for the waiter in episode 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And man, they really, that was pretty much the only way he could be beaten, is just to fucking sink him and wait until he couldn't hold the card anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
A
Finn,
shame, but what are you gonna do?
Finn was just piling bullets into him.
It's so effective, yeah.
Bang, bang, bang. If I keep doing this, it'll work.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang. Is it working yet?
It reminds me of when, like in other anime or just media in general, where cops are trying to shoot this bad guy who clearly bullets are not affecting him, but they just keep trying to shoot.
I admire their courage and spirit, but not their intelligence.
Yeah.
I also do feel for the rookie cop when he walked into the interrogation room where Finn and Leo were supposed to be, and it's just empty, and young Greg is like, let it go. Let it go. It's not worth it. You're never going to be able to get anything on them. Just let it go.
Yeah.
This is above our pay grade.
Honestly, if I know these people, the other two you've got are probably breaking out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Final thing.
Also, the lady cop's name is Sugar Peas. What is with this series in pun names?
I don't know. This series has some fun names. I hope we get even more.
Well, there's Bobby Ball, Brandy Blumenthal, Julius Folland,
Ban
Van
Klondike.
Klondike.
Blitz Broadhurst.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Owen
Of course,
Aldays.
And of course, young Greg.
Yeah, young Greg. Because that's his name, young Greg.
Young Greg. It's ironic because he's not young. When he was young, he was called Old Greg.
That's his father.
Yeah.
Last thing for me, OP is not OP. ED is a banger.
Oh yeah,
Oh
ED is
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Really like the ED.
I love how they're all just chilling in the cars singing.
Yeah.
That's good.
Great.
All right, I think we should move on then to the Iceblade Sorcerer shall rule the world. I feel like I'm right in saying we're probably not going to be discussing this in the next anime stream.
Correct. I am dropping this one.
What?
Seems-
Why?
Because the scenes with the muscle dudes are the only legitimately good scenes of the show, and there's so very few. Which is a damn shame, because the muscle dude scenes are actually kind of entertaining.
Mm.
But there are so few of them that it's not worth watching the rest of the anime for.
A
Because
shame.
it's just so appallingly mediocre otherwise. Literally, the only things I think are good in this anime are the muscle dude scenes and the music. And those cannot carry this anime on their own.
Really, you don't think that the whole idea of an overpowered young man in a generic fantasy setting is not like unique or interesting?
Number, I am going to give that the exact amount of consideration it deserves, which is none, because it is just so fucking common.
Really? I don't know. I think that's unique.
Even just hearing that brief summary of all isekai made me want to kill myself.
This isn't even an isekai. This is just a generic ass fantasy.
No, it's just
anime.
generic. It's just a generic fantasy.
Let's just
It may as well be an isekai.
let's just assume there was a scene cut where the protagonist died in the real world and came here.
Yeah, that could be a thing. To be fair.
It's entirely possible.
Does the protagonist have amnesia by any chance?
No, I don't believe so.
Not that he knows
Actually,
of.
maybe.
He might have amnesia and have just forgotten being isekai'd.
Yeah, maybe he has amnesia and just doesn't remember that he has amnesia.
Has amnesia about amnesia.
Yeah.
That can happen.
Yeah.
Sure.
Doubt there's many diagnoses of amnesia in fantasy world.
And NieR is one of the ones that's kind of hard to miss, though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Not if you
no, this
forget
one's
that
just...
you have amnesia. Then it's not. Then it's easy to miss.
I love how we're discussing more about the various tropes that could possibly pop up in this than the actual show itself.
Yeah, because I assume it's boring as shit.
Yeah.
It is aggressively mediocre.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, I appreciate it for apparently all the muscles it's got, but that's about it.
Yeah, again, the muscle dude scenes are the only legitimately good scenes in the show.
And even those can't match up to the true muscle scene of Full Metal Alchemist.
No, they cannot.
Or
Maybe I'm
Mob.
just...
Or
Yeah,
Mob, yeah.
I was gonna say maybe I just like these scenes because they remind me of the Body Improvement Club. I miss those guys already. I miss
Yeah.
all the cast of Mob already.
Yeah. We
Well,
all do.
we should move on though to the Ice Guy and his cool female colleague.
The other ice show.
There's actually 3 ice shows.
Oh yeah.
This is such a fun, fluffy show. I do like a cute office romance. And I do appreciate that all the characters are actually, adults. It helps a lot.
Yeah, no, it definitely tends to. Like,
Yeah, because the vast majority of shows that we got here.
About fucking teenagers.
Yeah, even romantic comedies are all freaking teenagers, bro.
I'm trying to remember. I'm sure I had one that was. Oh, that's right, Malevolent Spirits. That's the one that's about adults. I'm fairly sure they're adults. One of them has to be. What? One of the leads is at college. She has to be an adult, right?
Well, you don't know that for
Usually.
sure.
Usually.
Usually,
Could just be really smart and just skipped a few grades.
not from what
Went
I've
straight to
seen.
college.
I'm not saying she's.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, we'll
This-
talk
this
about it
one-
later.
This one's a fun one. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate the connecting of little yokai bits to the modern day. We got the most recent character introduction, who is the best friend of the male lead, who is and the best friend is a phoenix, the sense of the phoenix. But he has the power to make little fireworks pop up, and he's a very excitable dude, and he's very fun. But in the third episode, we got a little bit of, I think it was the third or the fourth episode. Has the fourth episode aired yet? I am terrible at keeping track of that. Yeah, fourth episode, where Himuro and Fuyutsuki go on a movie date to see a delightful kids animated movie that both of them wound up liking the first movie of, and they watched the sequel in theaters on a cute little date. Meanwhile, the Phoenix dude and what's Saejima, the other male office worker in the main cast, wind up watching a 3-hour movie about rice, which is apparently quite interesting. It's this show is fun. This show's really cute and fun. I just like it. It's wholesome.
Good. We have a few of those this season, so
I am glad for it. It's nice to have some stuff that isn't just like all depressing, you know.
as much as I love depression.
As much as depression loves me,
Yeah.
it won't leave me
Yeah.
the fuck alone.
Been there. Do not
Yeah.
want to do that again.
Yeah.
But can we move on?
Yes. Let's.
We move on then to Inspector Season 2. I picked this screenshot because I feel like it just epitomizes the show.
Yes. That was a lie.
It's been actually really interesting because these last two episodes have not focused on Kotoko and Kuro.
Yeah, no, they've been focused almost entirely on Yuki Onna and her new boyfriend.
Masayuki.
Yeah, her new boyfriend.
I don't want to say too much because, Nmbr, you're not caught up.
I don't mind that much for spoilers, so feel free to proceed.
Well, I have no sympathy towards his ex-wife, who
No.
could very well be the case that she killed herself and is just trying to blame him. Like,
Well, no, she got bludgeoned to death, so that's kind of hard to kill yourself that way.
I'm still
I know,
not
speaking from
convinced.
experience.
I'm not convinced. Like,
No, I get where you're coming from, but I don't think she killed herself. I just think that
at the very
she
least,
set things up to, at the very least, fuck over her ex-husband because she hates him that much.
At the very least, she went out of her way to write Masayu on her hand right before she was killed. Unless she just goes
Yes.
around with Masayu on her hand all the time.
Which would be incredibly fucking sus.
I mean, she is sus.
She was sus. She's dead now. Yeah, Masayuki just has absolute garbage luck because he just keeps getting betrayed by so many people.
Yeah. First, the simp who couldn't take that Masayuki didn't know his crush existed.
Mm-hmm.
Then the ex-wife, and then the colleagues at the company.
Mm-hmm.
Bar one, who is apparently still keeping him in the loop, though.
Yep. Wonder if we'll get to meet that person. That'd be nice to actually, know somebody who actually isn't a dick to Masayuki in his life.
I imagine so. Though I give it even odds that she's the one doing this. It turns out he really is that unlucky, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, these two episodes have been really built on the dynamic between Masayuki and Yukiana, and it's really worked.
It has.
I mean, it helps that what are their voice actors? Makoto Furukawa and Aoyuki are doing really good work.
I mean, Aoyuki always does good work, to be fair.
Yeah, but
I think she's trailing her shooting voice for Yukiona.
But they're definitely playing off each other really well. It was really interesting to get to see Kotoko from the other side of things.
Yeah, that was neat.
Instead of, coming at this with her, we go to meet her and see her without, knowledge of what she's thinking while she's uttering all this. Well, it did seem unlikely that she would believe that about Masayuki. Still very convincing.
Oh, yeah.
She's a very good liar. Though, 100% her griping about Kuro deciding to work instead of accompany her was truth.
Oh, that was 100% genuine.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Makoto Furukawa is doing like 3 anime this season.
Yeah, Inspector.
The other 2 are Vampire Dies in No Time and Misfit.
And then he's got 3 shows in spring as well.
God damn.
Staying busy. Good for him.
Yep. Good for him.
Wait, no, he's in like 5 shows this season.
Oh, dang.
He's in Technoroid, Tale of Outcasts, Misfit, Inspector and Vampire Dies. Yeah, 5 shows.
Dang. Yeah, these have been good episodes. I do like when shows can get you invested in like supporting characters who are like at most tangentially related to the main cast and do it really quickly and efficiently.
I mean, Inspector did it by focusing pretty much solely on them for two whole episodes, and
True.
the writing is strong enough that it can manage to do that.
Yep.
Like that. I mean, that's the thing. Like, the way Inspector goes about things could get really fucking pretentious really quickly. Honestly, a la like Detective Is Already Dead, where it tried to do that. Oh, I've already figured out the solution. Here's what it is. Like, that didn't work one bit, but Inspector manages to pull it off every time. Again, it helps that it has characters who actually have chemistry with each other. But yeah, no, Inspector Season 2, I mean, Inspector in general is just a really interesting show in how it does things. Because it does not focus on, violence for conflict resolution.
Or it doesn't rely on violence for conflict resolution most of the time. It does happen, though.
But most of the time it's basically just, Kuro getting killed until he can pick a future he likes.
Yep. Poor Kuro. He's probably glad he got to sit this part out.
He seems okay with it. Honestly, at this point, I'm just waiting for Rika to come back.
It'll be interesting to see what her deal is once she rejoins the picture.
I forget what happened to her at the end of the first season.
She wasn't. She did not directly confront the protagonist. She just pieced out.
All right. Then they beat fucking.
They beat Steel Lady Nonsense, but
yeah, Steel
they
Beam
didn't
Lady. Yeah.
confront her directly at all,
Yeah.
to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm. No, that does ring a bell. It's been 4 long years. No, not 4 years.
3.
3 years.
In 3 years.
3 long years. 3 very
hell.
long years.
Yeah,
3
it has felt
incredibly
a great deal
long
longer than
years.
it was.
Yeah. But yeah, looking forward to what bullshit Kotoko's gonna come up with next episode.
Yep.
I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of it.
Oh, there always is.
But we should move on to Ippon Again. The
I
show's
actually
good.
considered watching this one because I've been hearing nothing but good things.
It's really good. It's really good. I really like it. It's been a lot of quite a bit of subtle character work, especially with Anna, doing her whole because like her whole shtick is that she's like over the top and cocky and trying to get Michi to join the kendo team and all that jazz, but at the heart of it, she really does care about Michi, and Michi cares about her. Like in particular, so at start of episode 3, Sadai and Michi are wondering when the club advisor, or when they're going to find out who the club advisor is. They've heard that they've been on sabbatical, basically. And then this giant, strict hulk of a man comes in and confiscates their phones because they were playing a romance visual novel. And like they hear the rumors that he's just come back off sabbatical and like, oh shit, this is not what we wanted. We wanted a pretty boy like in our visual novel. And he like has a go at Anna for her hair, which is natural, but he thought was dyed. And Michi defends her. Turns out that 2 teachers went on sabbatical, Gondo and Natsume, and Natsume is the actual judo advisor, and I have no idea what gender they are. Like it could be either. It could be either. And second part of episode 3, we've met. That's right. I just remembered that. We've met Amane Erika, who is an old rival of Toa's, because they were in the same middle school judo team. Erika was, I think, the captain, but in her final year, she got taken off the starting team by Toa. Who beat her in a match, and she's held a grudge for that ever since. But when she tried to confront Toa, in a like, it was in a, what did they use? I think it was a Demis, which very clear rip-off of Denny's. But when Erika tried to have her old rival re-meet moment with Toa, Michi kept interrupting it with her cheeriness and not reading the mood whatsoever, and it was so funny.
That sounds funny.
Like, Erika's just like, oh, we meet again, and Michi's like, hiya, do you do judo as well? We're from Alba West. It's just like, just like, read the room, Michi, for the love of God.
Now, reading the room is for losers.
Yeah.
Ignore the room. Do whatever you want.
But they are at their first team tournament, so really looking forward to tomorrow's episode. This show is just really good.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that's about everything I've got to say. So we can.
I'll consider picking it up.
I will as well.
My one gripe about this show is that it's on High Dive. I don't like having to use High Dive, especially
Yeah.
considering
There's
I learned.
so many shows I'm fucking watching on High Dive.
Yeah.
Especially considering I learned today that apparently High Dive doesn't work if you have a VPN going.
Really?
Yeah, because I had my VPN going and I tried to collect the screenshots for the High Dive show, and it just wouldn't load.
Wow.
And then I turned the VPN off and it worked. So I was panicking at that point, like, oh god, am I gonna have to find them off Google Images again? Shit, I can't do this. But yeah, we can move on to. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Season 4, Part 2, aka Danmachi.
Another cat pun. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna do the Doofenshmirtz thing. But at this point, I do it so often I could apply it to itself.
More freaking cat girls, bro. And it's not just her. Like her entire freaking party talks similarly. It's just,
It's funny.
Yeah. No, sure. You're allowed to say that.
Look, it's a rare bit of levity in this arc filled with despair. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I can't really argue.
Like, this has not been a fun time for most of the party, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well, to be, it's yeah, sure. They'll have fun.
They're straight up not having a good time right now.
No, they aren't. Well, things are turning up a little bit finally, because they finally beat the Amphisbaena, and of course the floor just starts collapsing because of all the bullshit. So they eventually decide to start moving into the deeper floors, hopefully to find Belle, which will be very hard to do. But meanwhile, Belle and Ryu are basically in the same spot, just trying not to die.
Yep.
Being attacked by skull sheep.
I was gonna say aren't we all, but I'm not being attacked by skull sheep.
Not yet. You aren't being attacked by skull sheep, not yet.
I mean,
if you live in like Scotland or Wales or Ireland, you might be getting attacked by regular sheep. We don't know.
I mean, yeah, I do. I have seen a couple fucking big Highland sheep trying to encroach on my family's garden, but managed to hesitantly chase them off because they do not look friendly, put it that way, and I was not willing to be on the receiving end of those hordes.
I don't blame you.
Anyway, skull sheep are creepy.
Oh yeah, they are creepy as fuck.
They just peer out.
They just took a few bites from out of Belle.
Yeah, they chomped right into him, but they just peer out into the darkness and they just whoosh whoosh. They're very fast.
Whoosh whoosh.
But yeah, so things are finally progressing. They learned that Belle may or may not be dead. Possibly.
Well,
he's alive dead, for now.
But...
He's alive for now. We'll see if that continues.
Only mostly dead.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll stay alive. It'd be pretty awkward if he died, because you know.
He's like there would be a lot of people who'd be very upset about Belle dying.
Yeah. I'm one of them.
Yep.
Also, we get a little look at Ryu's
Backstory,
former, yeah.
We're in for
The
some pain.
Estrella family.
Yep.
Oh boy, I can't wait to watch all of those neat looking characters die.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be great. It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in for.
But yeah, no, it's Danmachi, very, very good. Their survival game is ongoing, and now we have more cat puns, so that's
I
a
will
good thing,
say,
I guess.
them finally taking down the Emphas Beta was great.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic. The way Mikoto did that shit underwater.
Makoto came in clutch.
Yeah, I like how her party had to have faith in her to actually do it. Like they didn't even know if she was alive. They just took the gamble. But no, that was
And yet she
awesome.
pulled through.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, that was very awesome. But yeah, Danmachi really good. Let's hope they just don't overdo it with the cat puns.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, we will move on then to Kaina of the Great Snow Sea.
This is the last cold themed anime this on this list, we swear.
For now.
So this isn't bad. I would say this is probably the closest on my list to being dropped.
The world building is very interesting in this one. It's the characters that need work.
It felt weird how quickly they rushed through them getting down the tree. Like that felt like it should have been like at least a couple of episodes. Instead, it was just most of one. And they got to walk the last little bit down.
Well, yeah, they were walking around the big ass roots. Which says something about the scale of the damn trees. Yeah, I can kind of get why they skimmed it a little bit, just because like they might think that people would want to get into the stuff on the titular Snow Sea, you know.
Well, we're definitely gonna get that after they fucking jumped in. That's right. This is based on a mixed media project.
Yeah, I believe it's by this. This was written by the author of Knights of Sidonia. But this was originally written as an anime before anything else.
Yeah. Oh wow, the first 4 episodes have already been shown. They were previously screened at Crunchyroll Expo 2022.
This is only 11 episodes, huh? Interesting.
Wow, it's got a lot of work to do then.
Well, apparently there's also going to be a movie.
That's right, yeah. Not sure I want to commit myself to a movie.
Well, you'll just have to wait and find out to see if you are interested in the rest of the show.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They look like they're setting up for a... not necessarily a change in circumstances, but, you know, change of tack now that they're off the tree. It's going to be a lot more of the surface world politics. So we'll see.
Which has the potential to be very interesting if it's done well.
If it's done well.
I did add that caveat on purpose, Mel.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, you know, there's no guarantee. But Also, weird peeing scene.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
Was
What?
that? There was a scene where they were on a ledge. Ririha started peeing and told Kaina not to look. Her peeing created a rainbow, which Kaina noticed, and they ended up looking at each other. So Ririha punched him off the ledge. Thankfully, he had the ropes attached. Imagine if he fucking didn't, and he just fell to his death.
That'd actually be kind of funny. Not gonna lie, that would actually be kind of funny.
Just fucking Ririha just going, Kaina? Oh no.
Rip. Yeah, yeah, that scene was a bit awkward.
It was just weird. Like,
Yeah.
it also felt like the one comedic moment in the. Again, it felt like it was meant to try and add a bit of chemistry between the two of them, and but it was weird because it was based around Ririha peeing.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
it's look, we don't kink shame here, but still weird.
There's no kink about it. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, obviously.
It is at the very least incredibly awkward.
Yeah, that was the weird thing. They made sure to mention, like, oh, hey, we have 30 days left of this, and it's like, okay, they're telling us how long they've got left, so we can work our way through. And then the next time, oh, we've got 3 more days. Like, did you just move incredibly quickly, or did you skip a fuck ton? What happened in those 27 days?
Oh no, I think what happened was kind of was saying if we take it super slow at the pace I think you'll need, then it'll be 30 days. But it's like, but if we go faster, it'll be like 5 days. And it's like, okay, so that means then you're just going to speed it up because you think she's a quick enough learner, right? That's what's happening, right?
They'd have to either be going incredibly slowly to begin with, or they'd have to start going incredibly fast to cut down on 30 days to 5 days.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It is very weird.
Like, at that point, just don't mention how long is left. Like, at least not in actual numbers. Just go, I think I still think there's a long while yet to go. Oh, can we go faster? Okay, we can bring it down to a little while. Again, it just felt like there was, like half an episode or so of them actually going down the tree, cut out, and I have a feeling it was because they couldn't think of anything interesting to do on the tree.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's only so many times Ririha can pee and Kaina can accidentally look. But I think the most interesting bit of the episode was the talk about the glowing jellyfish thing.
Yeah, that was an interesting bit.
I mean, I'm assuming that's going to be something to do with the sage, but that's me.
Very possibly.
Also, those Atlantean guns are fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, they absolutely are.
I mean, they called them acorn guns, so are they just shooting acorns?
Maybe they're made out of acorns. I don't know.
Either way, they fucking suck.
Oh yeah.
But we can move on to Kubo won't let me be invisible.
It's funny to me how
best character.
Yeah, it's funny to me how we get so much Kubo, but like this imaginary boy that she keeps talking to, like we just don't see him at all. Like what's going on there?
Committing to the bid, I see.
But no, this is fun. I do enjoy how Kubo's sister is pretty much. Kubo's sister teases her while Kubo herself teaches Shiraishi.
Yep. It's a pretty fun contrast.
Yeah. I did enjoy the where Kubo makes Shiraishi meet her at the mall for Christmas, and then basically tricks him into buying her a Christmas gift, and then and then the gift that Kubo ended up getting for Shiraishi is this yellow shirt with main character written on it.
Yeah, it's such a garbage gift by comparison to what he got her.
Yeah, those nice mittens that he spent a
Yep.
lot of time like figuring out what color would be good for her. And he only
Like-
and he was under a time limit too.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna get you this super thoughtful gift, and she's like, well, I'm gonna make fun of the fact that no one notices you.
To be fair, she did feel bad about it.
No, she did, which
Yeah.
she should have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But meeting Kubo's sister was great because she is such a gremlin asshole, and she's so funny.
She's very fun. I like how she also has the ability to see Shiraishi. I guess that's just some
Genetic,
ability of,
I guess.
Yeah, some sort of ability of the Kubo bloodline.
Yeah. Yeah. It was also fun just seeing her tease Shiraishi about happening to pick up a one of those magazines.
Oh yeah. It's like he was initially gonna put it away, but of course, teenage boy, he gets a little bit curious, but and he thought he could get away with it because no one would see him do it. So, but
Yep. Alas.
Shiraishi is not able to abuse his powers in that instance.
Sucks for him.
Yeah. But yeah, another cute, fluffy romance.
We're getting a bunch of those this season.
Yeah, we have a
This is
lot
a
of
fun
those
one.
this season. This is a fun one. It's unfortunate that it got hit by delays.
And I'm watching
Yeah.
barely any of them, if any at all.
That sounds like a you problem, Mel.
Yeah, that's a skill issue.
You say it's a problem like it's actually a problem. I'm just making a note.
No, it's a problem.
Making an
You need more
Tisk,
fluff in
tisk.
your life, Mill.
Tisk tisk.
Yeah.
I've got plenty of fluff. Did you not see Maple in the most recent BOFURI episode?
You know what? You got me there.
That was maximum fluff, yes.
That was literally maximum fluff.
Very, very woolly girl.
Yeah.
If that's everything for Kubo,
Yeah, Kubo's
Yep,
great.
should be.
Unfortunate that it's getting delayed, but
I believe it's from episode. I believe episode 6 is the last one before the delay
yeah.
kicks in.
So we get some more at least, but it's a shame.
It is.
Yeah.
So we will move on then to the magical revolution of the reincarnated princess and the genius young lady.
These bitches gay. Good for them.
Really? I don't know. I was thinking they were straight.
They are holding hands while forehead touching.
Straight as a piece of
It's not-
spaghetti.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
wet piece of spaghetti.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
like.
this
I
show's
am
fun.
liking this show more as I watch it.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to pick up into the to main plot territory, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
Also, there's very clear indications that yeah, Yuffie is definitely catching feelings for Anis at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I do appreciate that Anis is a loud and proud lesbian, but seeing Yuffie catch feelings is also fun.
Yeah, but even before that, I do like how Yuffie has that admiration, mainly just because Anis is such a free spirit who's able to do a lot of what she wants, and Yuffie doesn't even know what she wants to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really nice to see that like little bit of admiration and not quite idolization, but aspiration towards
Yeah.
what she has.
Also, Anis's maid, I forget her name. She's also
Yeah.
amazing.
Ilya's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, Ilya's fucking fantastic. I love her so much.
Honest needs someone like Ilya to keep her in check.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, they have a great dynamic too.
Mm-hmm. I find it interesting how Anis and her brother initially got along very well, apparently.
Yeah, and then unfortunately, Al developed a super duper big inferiority complex, and
Yeah.
it has not gone away since.
Yeah.
Which is
And now he's
unfortunate.
kind of an asshole.
Kind of an asshole.
Kind of an
Just
asshole.
kind
Yeah.
of.
I mean, well, I do feel bad for him, but also, yeah, he's done some pretty bad shit, so.
Yeah. Also, it's pretty clear that he is just playing into the hands of his father's rivals.
Yeah.
He wants to so badly step out of his sister's shadow and be recognized as competent that he's not recognizing that he's being played.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats, you played yourself.
Mm-hmm. Like, on the one hand, it sucks being overshadowed by your sibling, but on the other hand, like, it's still like a really shitty thing to do to fuck over your fiance like that, and also just like,
In front of all those people.
yeah, in just like such a humiliating fashion too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he's also going to pull off a bunch of more bullshit before everything's said and done, because that's the kind of character he seems to be. But
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see if the show fleshes out any more depths to him. He already has a lot more depth than like 90% of shoujo villains.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, isn't
90% of isekai antagonists in general.
Mm-hmm. Not a high bar.
Sorry, make that 99%.
Yeah, still not a high bar.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
still,
no,
I do find him interesting enough so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, this one is easily one of the must-watch shows this season.
I'd say so, yeah. Very,
It's
very
just
good.
Mm-hmm. Really hard to go wrong with this one, honestly.
Yeah. I think we can move on, though.
We can, yeah.
Okay, we move on then to Malevolent Spirits Mononogatari. I'm genuinely quite enjoying the show.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm genuinely quite enjoying it. It's not like spectacular, but I'm definitely growing to appreciate Hyoma more. Botan has been pretty good because she like stood up to Hyoma at the start of episode 2 when he was basically like, hey, I think Tsukumogami are monsters and they're just trying to trick you, and she stood up for them and gave him an ultimatum. And then for the entire 3 days of the ultimatum, she was like, "Oh God, was I too harsh? Oh no." Just going full anxiety about it. Also realizing that Gilmer is doing it out of like concern for Botan, and it's more that he's just a very rigid person. Incredibly rigid person. To the extent that
Stick up his ass, huh?
yeah, to the extent that basically he needed the approval of the six spirits to be able to stay. So his suggestion was to put up a piece of paper for them to sign when he gains their approval. Just right up out there. Episode 2, he gains 3 of their approval. Nagi is fairly easily, and Kagami and Susuri, once he does a job with them, they approve him fairly quickly. Funny moment in episode 2, Hyoma gets angry that on their way to the job, Susuri appears to be flirting, and Kagami wants to eat. But when they take him to task, like, think of us as humans. Would you actually have a problem with us doing this if we were humans? And he's like, you know what? Fair. I wouldn't have a problem with Kagami eating. Susuri, no flirting, though. Still take issue with the flirting. And episode 3 focused on the last one that he needed to get approval from, because the two sort of head spirits of what's the name, Haori and Kushige, who is never going to speak, and I'm okay with that. As long as he's got that glorious beard, I'm okay with it. They signed pretty easily, so he just needed the last one, which was Yu. Who basically goes, fight me for my approval, and maybe I'll give it to you. And he actually turns it down. He's like, look, you are different, and I'm not going to fight you until I know exactly what that difference is. But then once Yu gives up, he's like, your anger towards... The reason you're angry towards me is because I upset Botan, which is very human. Do you love Botan? And she instantly spears him through the chest reflexively. Thankfully, it's part
Nice.
of thankfully it's part of her power, so he doesn't just fucking die. But it's just like very obviously, yeah, Yu loves Botan in a probably not so platonic way. We'll see if the show actually has the balls to go through with it fully. Yeah, then a bunch of rando Tsukumagami who want to take down the Nagatsuki's turn up, and we get some okay fighting. Not like amazingly animated, but it's not terrible either. And then they press Hyoma's rage button by saying they killed humans, and Hyoma basically insta-murks 3 of them and then beats the shit out of the 4th. But yeah, apparently Botan is also being followed by, like, shadow monsters, which may or may not be like the evil sides of the spirits that she's looking after. Like, they look similar enough that I could buy it, but we'll have to see. But no, I genuinely quite enjoying the show. Like, it's definitely an interesting one, and Hyoma as the protagonist has gotten. He's gotten a lot better once we, the audience, realize he's just a rigid fucking idiot. And he is an idiot. He's definitely just an idiot about it. Like, I don't even necessarily think there's any malice behind it. He's just dumb and straightforward. Now he's being forced to consider shades of grey, and he's actually starting to think about shit. So I'm looking forward to where it'll go. And we still have so many more antagonists, I'm sure, to come out of the woodwork based on the OP. Also, I've checked the website, and it says the protagonists are adults. So yeah, especially considering there might be a little bit of romance blooming there. Hooray!
Ooh.
Oh my.
but we should move on to our next show, The Misfit of Demon Academy, Season 2.
See, this is how you teach the resident dumbass. You just pour knowledge into their brain and hope they don't overflow.
Yeah, that's how I was taught.
I mean, Little Lies just went for mental steroids.
Yes, but no, this is exactly the kind of dumb fun bullshit I loved from the first season. Most recent episode had the big reveal at the very end for the identity of the imposter demon king, but I won't go into that since Numbers considering watching this. So,
Yeah.
But I will say we have been talking about really good openings. This one has a fantastic OP. The music slaps, and the animation for the OP is also really fucking good. But
Okay, good.
overall, this one also is just a pretty good looking, aside from a couple janky CGI bits here and there.
Janky CGI.
There's only one bit that's particularly egregious, but other than that, it still looks very good. But yeah, Ano's just pulling his typical bullshit, and several of the other characters learning from him and also starting to pull their own bullshit is just absolutely great. It's fun to see the main cast be able to pull shit out their ass and do awesome shit with it.
Mm.
This is like really good high camp type anime, you know? It's like this is the rare kind of anime that works really well both as a power fantasy and as a parody of power fantasy. And it somehow occupies both extremes at once. And I don't know how it does it, but it does.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing about it.
But no, this one's fun, and I am enjoying this current arc of the story. It'll be interesting to see where it goes after the big reveal, because it does recontextualize a lot of the behaviors of a couple of characters, but I won't go into details. Tough to say, really good stuff so far, and I'm excited for more.
Very cool.
Okay, we can move on then to My Hero Academia Season 6. So
when I watched this episode, I knew that this had to be the screenshot.
Where are you all up to?
So today's episode, which I haven't watched yet, is the Todoroki family flashback.
Mm-hmm. And everything about Toya.
Have we had the Lady in the Gun stuff yet?
No, not yet.
Nope, that won't be for another couple weeks at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I do like the title for today's episode. The Wrong Way to Put Out a Fire is just a great title for that kind of flashback.
Yeah. Shouldn't have used gasoline.
Nope. It had the opposite of the intended effect.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a bad idea, yeah.
Yeah. Nice reminder of how fucked the whole Todoroki family is.
The entire family.
Oh yeah, no, that's just one great big clusterfuck.
Yeah, Endeavor lit a fire under Toya, and then with his unfortunate with how he was the body he was born in, being unable to contain his incredible flames, just ends up burning him. And Endeavor decides the only way to make him stop is to have another child who could surpass All Might, which, I mean, technically, which he does, he succeeds, but it doesn't really solve the problem, and things kind of just get worse.
I mean, the problem to begin with was the whole, trying to, play God and,
Yeah.
selectively breed a child.
Yeah.
I think that was the initial mistake there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yep.
Just as a guess, but I could be wrong.
No,
I've not been in Endeavor's situation, so who knows
no,
what
I'm pretty sure.
what choices I would make.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you are correct in that regard.
Mm.
But while it was largely Endeavor's fault, the whole family has played some part in this whole tragedy. So now what's nice is that they're all finally making up so that they can deal with Dabby.
Good old Dobby, aka Mr. Pyromaniac.
Yeah. Blue Flame Man.
Good old
Mhm.
Dabbert.
In other news, we also got some Hawks' flashback, which is also very interesting.
Oh yeah. He's been through some shit too. Jesus.
Oh yeah, his childhood was absolutely awful.
Yeah.
And we wonder why people ship Hawks and Darby so much.
Do people do that?
Still,
Hawks and Darby, yeah.
no, you have to understand.
Massively so.
Shippers will look for any pretext to ship two remotely attractive looking dudes together.
Yeah.
They will look for any pretext.
No, Hawks and Darby is a huge ship.
Is
I am
it?
aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's news to me.
Would it surprise you that Hawks and Endeavor is also a big ship?
No, that doesn't shock me in the least.
Hmm.
Because, like, there's something of a foundation for that in the show. For Hawks and Dabby, not really?
For some reason, people really fucking love shipping villains with heroes.
Well, I can
Sometimes
get
it
that.
works, sometimes it just not.
Yeah.
Again, it's because they have similar backstories, and so they can relate to each other.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fair, but
And
jeez.
more
Dobby is
more
kind of
often, the point is that more often than not, fanfiction will make Darby significantly more sympathetic and much less of a villain.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
give him like leather pants treatment.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What else was there in the pat?
Midoriya is dead, but not really.
Oh yeah. Good old Izuku is out in having adventures in Coma Land right now.
He's getting to have
Turns
fun.
out he's chatting the previous wielders of One for All.
Getting to have
We'll
fun.
get into
Getting to have fun conversations with the Vestiges.
Yeah.
no, that won't be going in. They won't go into that in detail until next week.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Also, the world's going to shit, but yeah.
That's nothing big.
Yeah, no, a bunch of villains have broken out of jail. Jailbreak sequence is pretty fucking rad, by the way.
Yeah.
Then there's also the fact of, a bunch of civilians have taken to arming themselves with support equipment to fight the rampant thugs and villains on the streets, and it has gone exactly as well as you would expect.
Lots
untrained
of injured people
handling weapons. Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns out
Which,
that training did actually do something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Training is important, kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, only got a probably few more weeks before anime catches up to the English volume release, which is going to be fun for me.
Yeah.
Forget. Did you get past the Elena Gant fight, or
Yes,
what?
I have. That fight is finished.
Okay.
Okay, because I know where the manga is, where the anime is probably going to leave off.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to leave off just a little bit after that fight. Yeah, we're still in flashback land.
Yeah, but yeah, my hero is good.
Mm-hmm.
The opening is still amazing.
Oh yeah,
I need to give that a
well,
watch.
good opening.
Seeing as I'm, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll find the time to catch up, but again, I still have to get past that Toga stuff.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
You know, if you've already read the manga, you can probably skip that episode.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's,
You should still watch the opening though, at least.
yeah. No, I'll definitely watch the opening. But yeah, we can move on to an unfortunate one. It is NieR Automata version 1.1a.
And this was the first one to get the announcement of the postponal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just say before we get into anything about the episodes, you fucking piece of shit, Yoko Taro, for that puppet show segment at the end of episode 2, where Yoko Taro sent in a letter. Fucking piece of shit.
Shit poster supreme.
Yeah.
Yeah. We shouldn't have expected anything less. But yeah, so how do you feel about all the original content, Mel?
I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah.
Neat focus on Flower Robot and or Flower Machine and his compatriots who got fucking destroyed by the Machine Army.
Yeah.
And then it got blown up by 9S and 2B arriving. And,
Yeah. Yeah, episode 2 is largely just flower bots and also the resistance.
Yeah, getting to know the resistance more was good, and the hint about the twins as well.
Yeah.
But it was a good choice to establish Lily as this. I don't think she's quite anime only because I think she does appear in another certainly NieR property. Might be a mobile game of some sort. I can't remember exactly what it is. But does appear somewhere else. But good to establish her for the anime.
Yeah, that's good.
And then episode 3 is again. It's not quite like frame for frame retelling of the game, but it's relatively close to the first main mission after the prologue mission.
Yeah, it's very, very similar with a few key differences.
I mean, the big difference is that they got Jackass to drive them,
which is cool because I like more Jackass.
No, more Jackass is wonderful. Jackass is fantastic. Trying to take them apart all the time.
Yeah.
No, Jackass is great. And then we had the hacking scene, which was apparently a reference to what was it?
NieR Replicant.
Replicant. That's it. Yeah, a scene in
yeah,
NieR Replicant.
Yeah. That fucking city is in fucking NieR Replicant.
Yeah.
And those characters that are in there too are also from NieR Replicant, so that was interesting. Apparently the machines took inspiration from them.
Apparently there's also been a few more secrets hidden in and around the show.
Yeah, there's a damn Drakengard reference in episode 1 or 2, I think, which is that's insane because no one ever references Drakengard.
And then end of episode 3, we get introduced to first one android that gets birthed, and then another one that forms from the rib of the first, which not very subtle, but
symbolism.
Yeah.
Also, we got to see a machine orgy.
Oh yeah, we did. That was a machine orgy.
Those machines were trying to fuck.
Yeah,
They
and
just
then they
didn't have
actually
the body
did,
parts.
kind of.
Yeah, but it was just like when we first saw them just like bump into, I was like, wait, are they? Oh god, they are. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's really disturbing.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Just seeing these little machine dudes trying to fuck.
hmm You know, they're they're obsessed with boobies, just like regular people. Except Yokotaro, who's obsessed with asses.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, disappointing that it is, has been delayed because I was enjoying it. But, what are you gonna do? Aniplex gonna Aniplex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be back.
I can tell you what you can do, Mel. You can shake your fist at Aniplex in a rage and cry out their name.
I could just play the game.
True.
True, yeah.
Try and remember some of the more detailed parts of the game because look. It's been a while since I played the game fully through. I do like. I remember the main plot details. I don't remember many like. I don't remember a lot of the minutia to the point where when Lily was introduced as the leader of the resistance, I was like, I know Lily isn't the leader, but who was the leader? Was it actually her? Oh God. Yeah,
Yeah.
Forgot about Anemone. That's her name. Who seems to have been adapted out.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably try and play at least some of the game before it comes back. Depends on how long it's gonna take, really.
Yeah, hopefully not too long.
Yeah. The other thing is that apparently this delay might have been as a result of the delay to 86, because apparently they are the same teams.
Oh.
So 86.
That would make sense.
86 getting delayed meant production for NieR got delayed as well.
That's unfortunate.
But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
I do. I before we move on, I do want to make note that I do really enjoy the alternate endings at the end of each episode.
I love the puppet. I love the puppet segments so much.
They're so good.
Even if I were to stop watching the show overall, I would just go and watch the puppet segments.
Yeah, I decided at the end of episode 1, I was like, I don't know if I'll keep up with this, but I'm gonna at least watch those.
Yeah, no, I absolutely would.
Yeah. Luckily, I do like the things that they are changing enough to keep watching the show.
Yeah,
but...
no, I'm definitely intrigued enough.
Yeah.
But we should move on to our next show, which is Reborn to Master the Blade, from Hero King to Extraordinary Squire.
English is fucking great.
She is Goku.
He really is.
She really is Goku. I'll be honest, I think I'm gonna drop the show.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't dislike it. It's just not much is really grabbing me here. I don't actively dislike anything in it, but it's just not much that's really interesting me very much. Unless something like crazy happens, which that's very possible, I'm probably not going to watch more. At least not right now. I might go back to it later. But
that's unfortunate. I'm planning on keeping up with it because I am having a fun time with it.
Yeah, and that's understandable. There are plenty of things to like in this show. English is very fun, even though she's literally just Goku.
I mean, but it's fun to see a character be like Goku in a non-Goku oriented setting.
Yeah, it is.
Especially since, like, she goes out of her way to make sure she doesn't have any authority so that she can fight more.
Yeah. Also, I didn't expect to see basically this world's versions of celestial dragons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those fucks.
The fucking Highlanders, I think is what they're called. Yeah, those assholes.
And the first one we meet quickly gets murked because he's a colossal jackass.
Yeah.
Oh, it's also the same jackass that Inglis murked when she first met him. Like, what was it? 10 years before, 7 or so years before this point.
Yeah,
Something
they're
like that.
still children. Like, this is like most of episode 3. She's 12.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
She hits. I think she's like 15 or so at the end when she goes off to night school.
Yeah, she's 15, which is still like, man, that's young.
Yep. Are you sure you're not dropping this because it makes you feel old?
Shut up.
Number, I'm pretty sure I'm old.
To be fair, a lot of anime do this kind of shit, so.
No, but Inglis is very entertaining, I think, and the rest of the cast is starting to catch up to her in terms of how entertaining they can be, but it's mostly just the English show at this point.
Yeah, it's mostly English show, yeah. I don't dislike her. I don't dislike her childhood friend. I forget her name.
Rafina, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I don't dislike her. I think she's fine, but I think she definitely has room to grow.
Yep. That's unfortunate that you decided to drop this.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's just not much that's keeping me. Not much that's keeping me in there. If this season wasn't so busy, I'd probably keep watching it. But
I know that's fair.
Yeah, that's why I'm not opposed to going back to it later. But it's just
Oh, we'll see. Depending on what other shows you decide to pick up, drop, or keep up with, I guess.
Yeah, I'm hoping I don't need to drop any more.
I'm in that same boat. I'm just hesitant to pick anything else up because of holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun enough fantasy romp for those who looking for it. I can at least say that much. The animation's pretty good too.
Yeah, the animation is consistently pretty solid.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if there's any hooks in the next few episodes.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely keep an ear out because I am curious enough to listen in, and if anything insane happens, then I'll probably hop back in.
But moving from one insane show to another.
Oh yeah.
So our next show is Revenger. So I'm watching
minus the
dub
Tokyo.
For this.
What was that, Mil?
I'm watching the dub for Revenger.
Oh.
So
how's that?
It's been good. I've actually quite liked. I've only watched one episode of it, episode 2, but I liked it. I thought it was really good. I thought episode 2 was good, apart from the whole what's his name, Tenmo Kuya being fairly implied to be gay. You know, being
the villain being implied to be gay is not always isn't really a great look.
Yeah,
no, it really isn't.
Also, I'm pretty sure the implication is that he's not just gay. But yeah.
Yeah. But I think we can safely say that Neo is meant to be a boy.
Just a very effeminate one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he likes to take advantage of that, which, good on him.
Yeah.
Yep. I will say the kills so far have all been very
we're
entertaining.
We're 2 for 2 on bisections from Kuruma.
Yeah.
Which is just like, okay. Cool.
Yep.
I think the fucking standout of episode 2 though was fucking Doc and his gigantic ass bow.
That was, and then his clothes rip off when he's fucking pulling it back. That was so cool.
I mean
As
that.
I like to call him, Dr. Bara Archer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't a fucking arrow he shot. It was a goddamn spear. It
Yeah.
It was a fucking harpoon.
it pinned that bodyguard to the bow of the ship.
Yep.
Like that dude
Ugh.
just like I can take any projectile that comes my way. Boom, dead.
So wait, does that destroy his clothes every time he does that? If so, doesn't that like cost a lot to replace?
I did think that like, dude, you have to know this is gonna happen. So would you not take the clothes off?
So in episode 4, we see him do his archery bit again, and this time he's just wearing an open sleeveless vest, and that doesn't get ripped off. So I think that's how he usually goes about it.
Right.
Okay. I haven't seen episode 4 yet. I don't mind spoilers, but yeah, I haven't seen that, so I didn't know. But that's
kinda do.
interesting then.
Yeah, Dr. Bara Archer gets another harpoon kill in episode 4.
Good. I like him.
Good. That actively makes me happy. I like him a lot.
He's great. He's my favorite.
Episode 3, from what I've heard, is about Soji.
Yeah, Sochi gets a little bit of focus in episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
And episode 4 as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, this show is definitely interesting. It absolutely has its issues, some of which can be explained by the fact that if Urabuchi did write it like quite early in his career.
Yep. Yeah, this is ultra edgy Urabuchi, not Taiwanese puppets Urabuchi.
And obviously, you know, he's too busy with Taiwanese puppets to go back and edit his work.
Honestly, I'm surprised it took this long for this to get made. Like, it was like a huge name in the industry like 9-10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm surprised they didn't release this earlier to capitalize on that. He has written other stuff in the interim, but
I mean, yeah, he's been writing Thunderbolt Fantasy in the last sort of it would be about 8 years.
yeah.
Because I think Thunderbolt Fantasy did come about sort of 2015-ish. Let me check. 2014. Yeah, 2014. He's been obsessed with Taiwanese puppets for nearly a decade.
God damn.
You do you, or a butcher. You do you.
I can't wait for season 4 of that. Anyway, yeah. Revenger, really good. Jack, unless you have anything you want to say about episodes 3 and 4.
Not too much right now, no.
Okay, then we can move on to our next show, which is saving 80,000 gold in another world for my retirement.
This one I absolutely dropped.
I mean, that's just terrible etiquette. How dare she have shoes on while she's standing on a bed?
Okay, so there's actually a reason for that. Okay, so she decided to use her motorbike here in the other world because like she could freely transport between the two worlds. So she was riding it in the other world, but she didn't want other people to see her using it because they obviously ask questions. So before they see her, she teleports it and just didn't think about where she was teleporting. So she ended up on her bed. So yeah. That's why. But yeah, this show's just boring. The
Shocker.
premise on its own is fine.
Yeah.
It's a neat enough idea to basically abuse the differing economies in both worlds. Because like apparently like the gold in the fantasy world is worth like $200 in our world. So she basically she's looking for ways to sell things in her world, in the fantasy world, so that she can easily make cash in both worlds. And then also the most insane thing is she travels out to like this private military organization to learn like self-defense and how to use guns and shit.
Mhm.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, a good chunk of episode 2 is spent on her gun training, which is just
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Like, okay, I
Well then.
guess. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, not a bad show. Just I was pretty bored by it. I can absolutely see some people get into this, but it's definitely not my thing, especially in such a busy season like this.
Yeah.
So yeah. I do, like I said, I do appreciate the premise. I do think it's interesting enough, but it's not being executed well enough to keep my interest. So
Yeah. All right, we can move on then to Spy Classroom.
This one has went full on into the spy trickery bullshit in episode 3, and I had a fun time with that.
good.
So, are either of you planning to watch this?
No.
I don't know yet.
Do you mind spoilers?
No, go right ahead.
Okay, so the first couple episodes basically drop little hints here and there through little quick, little small details throughout the backgrounds and off to the sides of the scenes that there are not actually 7 spy girls being trained. There are actually 8. And episode 3 reveals that this was a purposeful misdirect both in-universe and out-of-universe because the place where they were living and training was being bugged.
Oh.
So
Okay.
they basically had to act like there were only 7 of them instead of a full 8 of them the whole time, in order to get the drop on the spy who planted all those listening devices, that they could weaken him enough for Klaus to take him out. And then the plan actually goes off pretty damn well. And honestly, I just love spy game bullshit where they pull outmaneuvering bullshit like that. Where it's like, oh hey, you were planning around knowing what I know. Well, I knew you knew what I know, so I'm going to pull this bullshit to make sure that you don't know that I know that you know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
But yeah, the reveal was pretty fun, and I do like how it was executed as well as the follow-up on it. And episode 4 does a bit of fleshing out of the new girl to kind of, give her a personality since she was very last minute introduced in episode 3, only like halfway into the episode. So giving her some character is probably a good idea. And I believe we're probably going to get at least 1 or 2 more episodes fleshing out the rest of the cast, because the only really defined characters for episode 4 were Klaus and Lily. So I would appreciate them getting a little bit more character focus here and there. Because that was the biggest issue with the shows so far. That most of the characters don't have a lot of depth to them yet.
Mm.
So seeing them get more depth would be nice. Yeah, other than that, I'm still having fun with this one. I love spy bullshit, so I'm not really complaining too much about this show.
Alright.
Also,
Cool.
Yeah.
Glad. We can move on then to Sugar Apple Fairy Tale.
I've actually really been enjoying this so far.
Oh, really? I dropped this one.
Really? Okay.
Episode 2 just really hardcore turned me off of the show.
Really? How so?
It really just played into all the toxic romance elements that I was very wary of in episode 1.
Mm. Speaking of toxic romance, so in episode 3, you remember Jonas, the blonde dude who was very much into Anne?
Oh, did he pull some bullshit?
Oh, he pulled some bullshit. So he was a little too forward. He proposed to her again, and then even after she says no, he starts advancing towards her, and she's like, "Dude, no, stop, get the fuck out of here." And he's like, "Okay." And then he freaking steals her like the sweets she made for the festival or whatever it was, and basically laid a trap so that a bunch of rabid wolves would attack her and Shao. It's like, what? Yeah, what the fuck? It's also implied that his fairy stole some of her sugar that would have kept her from being able to make her submission in the first place. Who, in retrospect, that was probably planned by him as well, so that she could rely on him, because that's pretty much what she does, so that they can get more apples, so that she can make more sugar. But yeah, so that shit happens, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. But yeah, I guess I don't really blame you for dropping it, but I am getting enough out of it right now to keep up with it. Yeah, it just took a turn that it was really unexpected, and also when they were staying at this, I guess it was a hotel, they were going. They were able to get a free stay at the hotel if they made sweets for the owner, which they do. But but the owner pretty much criticizes what she made, because while it was good, he saw it as basically an imitation of someone else's work. But it turns out like she was relying on what her mom made in the past, so she has to work towards moving past that. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, but yeah, all that. I don't know. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I'm surprised by how much I'm enjoying it.
Oh, that's fair. I
Yeah.
just can't get past like I just do not enjoy like the toxic shoujo romance shit that it seems to be going on between her and Shell.
Mm. Understandable. I don't think it's as bad as some of the worst offenders.
Oh, I've seen some of the worst offenders. I tried reading Blackbird like ages ago, and that one was probably the worst I've read.
Ugh, I've heard stories of that.
Yeah,
But,
easily one of the worst.
yeah. But yeah, very interested to see where things go from here. But yeah, I'm surprised.
Glad you're enjoying it at least.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where things go. Hopefully, things don't get
Weird.
too toxic.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that Britney Spears I hear? No, nothing.
Okay.
I gave a little
ha,
chuckle.
Okay.
I gave a little chuckle. Maybe it wasn't audible, but if that is everything...
Nah, you're giving him too much credit.
I'm just glad he made a reference that I could understand this time. Sometimes I just don't get them because I don't listen to a lot of popular music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
mean, Britney Spears Toxic is pretty well known.
Yeah. But we can move on then to The Tale of Outcasts. Again, this has been pretty good. I've been enjoying this. So, episode 2 sort of demolishes the idea of Snow and Wisteria, the brother and sister, not meeting until, towards the latter end of the season, because Marbus just happens to come across him. Well, Snow comes across Marbus like in the middle of town, and then they talk, and Marbus like, "Come to my house in the forest." Like, Mysteria, who is blind at this point, which is why Marbus had to do all the housework, because, yeah. So, I mean, Marbus and Snow are basically fighting over Wisteria's affection in a platonic way, which is a rare change. I like that it's platonic rather than romantic. And that the end result is basically Wisteria going, "Stop your stupid petty bullshit." Look, yes, I'm going with Marbus because I'm going with Marbus, but it's nothing to do with your demonic pact. It's because I like spending time with you. We also got introduced to Diana and Nibirius, who are another human and demon pairing. Nibirius is also one of the 13 calamities, and does not like Marbus. But Diana and Wisteria got along really well, which is really nice, right up until the post-credit scene where Diana and Nibirius walked ominously away from a dining room of dead people. I'm sure it's fine. Nothing terrible there happened, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All died of natural causes.
Yeah.
Episode 3 went more episodic. They went to fucking Warrington of all places, which is a shithole, I can tell you that. Because this is set in England. They've been in London the entire time. Now they've made their way to Warrington. Yeah, it's a fucking shithole. So I've no idea why they stopped there. But they come across Pickpocket, who also has a demonic pact, but this demon is very, very weak. Shit happens. The weak demon ends up trying to... No. So what he did was he tried to put Wisteria in danger so that Marbus would come and deal with the thing threatening her, which turned out to be like a river demon that had killed Harriet, his human, but hadn't been able to eat her soul. So, yeah, that happened, and then more sword-crossed knights showed up. Good old Takanami, the samurai, was there, but he was, instead of being joined by Snow, he was joined by Kate, the shotgun-wielding nun. And I'm not joking.
Damn.
Yeah, shotgun-wielding nun, which is, pretty metal.
Yep.
But yeah, good episode. I mean, both of these episodes been really good. Again, the dynamic between Wisteria and Marbus is good. It's strong. Wisteria does not feel like she's gotten superpowers for becoming blind. She does have to use a cane to get around. But at the same time, it's not like not laid her low. She can still go out and do stuff. But yeah, no, definitely enjoying Tale of Outcasts. It's been a surprisingly enjoyable one. I think when I watched the PVs, I didn't think I'd enjoy it, but definitely haven't. So
cool.
Yeah, I like it. Good show. We can move on to our next show, which is Tokyo Revengers Christmas Showdown.
Christmas time is here. Oh God!
All I want for Christmas is to save my girlfriend. She's gonna fucking die. Kisaki keeps killing him. I don't know what to do.
Yep. All jokes aside, it was nice seeing Kazutora again.
Yeah.
Especially seeing him, actually mature and shit, as opposed to a wangsty jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this season is going to be fucking wild.
Yeah.
Actually,
I forget his name. Hakai's brother. Is it
Kaiju, I believe.
Yeah. He's an asshole. He's fun. He's fun.
Oh, he's fun, but he is a colossal dick.
Oh yeah, no, he's a colossal asshole.
And both literally and metaphorically, he is huge. My goodness.
Yeah, he's.
How is that guy 16?
Yeah, that's one criticism I have about this show. These are all like teenagers.
Yeah.
Ain't no teenagers built like that. Like, come on.
No, there are teenagers built like that. I have seen teenagers built like that.
Okay, but not like not in
There
Japan.
aren't many. There aren't many, but they exist.
Not this often. Not this common. Not this many. And not in Japan.
No, you're correct on that front.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, Taiju is built like a brick shit house. No wonder shitless of them.
Yeah, I do enjoy Takemichi and Hakai becoming bros, just over playing stupid games together.
Yeah, that was nice.
Even though Takemichi lost at every single one, because of course he did. Because, for one thing, not exactly physically capable, and Hakai is just strong as fuck. So,
but Takemichi has one thing that can't be discounted. He got that gumption.
Yeah, gumption.
I have been looking for a way to use that word for so long.
Chifu's a fucking dumbass. Oh my god.
Oh, he is a
I love Chifu, but oh my god.
Chifu is great.
Yeah. He's fantastic. He's one of my favorite characters. But goddamn, he's fucking stupid.
Takemichi sounds like he needs gumption because he sounds like the universe's whipping boy.
He is the universe's whipping boy.
He absolutely is. Absolutely.
Kaiju beats the ever-loving shit out of him.
Yeah.
Like, he just gets absolutely fucked up again. But then again, it's not Tokyo Revengers without Takemichi getting fucked up.
Yeah, that kind of happens on a regular basis.
It's basically the tradition of this anime for Takemichi to get his ass kicked.
But is that everything for Tokyo Revengers, or is there anything else to say?
Well, we're gearing up for a fun confrontation between two gangs once again.
Yeah.
And,
so that'll be fun. The Christmas showdown.
Oh yeah.
One would assume that there's going to be a Christmas showdown.
Yeah.
There better be, otherwise someone's just false advertising.
No, it's going to be an Easter bash.
That's the next story arc.
Are you sure it's not going to be a monster bash?
Okay.
No, because
that's the arc after.
They'd have to wait until Halloween for that. They've got a few more holidays
they already
to get
had
through.
a Halloween. They had a bloody Halloween.
That's right, bloody Halloween.
Yep. Yeah. Takemichi trying to talk to Mikey on Chifu's advice was hilarious.
Yeah, that was a highlight for sure.
Chifu, you fucking moron.
Yeah. But I think we can move on now.
Yep.
Okay, we can move on then to Tomo-chan Is a Girl.
Well, it surprised you to know that I dropped this.
Shocker.
I am shocked.
Have either of you guys kept up with it?
No.
No.
I watched 3 minutes and dropped it.
Right. Yeah, this bit right here was actually like the final bit. Like, why is everyone so mean to Tomo? Why is everyone roasting Tomo for no good reason? Like she's not even that bad of a person. Everyone is just like an asshole to her for no good reason.
No respect to tomboys. What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, I want to watch it. If I'm gonna watch an anime about a tomboy, I want it to be one that loves and respects her, not one that treats her like garbage for not being feminine.
Oh,
Like, what the
Shikimori.
hell? Yeah, exactly, Shikimori.
Yeah.
But no, it's just kind of mean to Tomo overall, and some of the other characters are fun enough, but I just don't feel comfortable with the constant roasting Tomo gets. It's just not fun to sit through. But yeah, I'm done with this one.
All right.
I'm not going to watch any
Understandable.
more of it.
Don't even want to say.
Understandable. There's enough better romantic comedies this season.
Don't want to even say
There's
any more
enough
about
better.
it.
Yeah. What was that, Mel?
No, nothing more to say about it then. Like, just...
Nah. I'm going to tie myself over with better romances. Thank you very much.
All right. Moving on then to Your Eternity Season 2.
More setup for the big confrontation with the knockers. Also, I like how Bones, future immortals are just 3 warriors who he deems reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah. All interesting in their own right.
Yep. They are certainly interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, mostly just just some more setup. As Fushi tries to prepare the town for the invasion by replicating everything and spreading his roots.
Yeah, he is literally trying to become the city,
Yeah, become as city.
which is fucking wild.
Yeah, that's an insane thing to think about. And a side effect of that is that he's able to feel the pain of literally everyone in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Which, wow, that
It'd
has to be a
fun time.
That has to be a
Yeah.
nightmare. I can't imagine doing that.
Neither can I. That
Yeah. But yeah, doing that gives him the territorial advantage against the knockers for sure. So, but yeah, mostly just more setup. Big battle coming soon to a theater
fun
near
times for all.
you. Yeah.
Gotta love those upcoming happy fun times.
Yeah. I do like Echo learning how to cook. That's cute.
Yeah, that was adorable.
Yeah. I think that's about it for now. Not much to say yet.
Yeah. Well, there is the little bit with Messar and the princess.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That was certainly an interesting development.
yeah. They're siblings.
Yup. And she doesn't know it.
Yeah, she has no fucking. Whoa.
But
yeah, she has no clue, and hopefully doesn't hopefully no developments come from that relationship before, because that'd be awkward.
oh, it'd be super awkward.
Yeah.
Not
But
much
yeah.
else to say though.
Yeah, not yet. Just mostly setup. Good setup, but yeah, just setup.
Gotta lay the groundwork somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, then we can move on to our next show, which is Trigun Stampede.
This has been fun.
Is Millie showing up yet?
No, not. The second she appears, I will tell you. I promise. Don't worry, I will.
Has Wolfwood shown up yet?
He's episode 4 apparently. I haven't watched episode 4 yet though.
Gotcha.
Yeah, apparently he does show up in episode 4.
But apparently he does have
That's
cigarettes.
good. I like
so...
Wolfwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he does in fact have cigarettes instead of lollipops. So
That's appreciated.
What? I'm dropping the show then. Nah.
Can't support a show.
Nah, give me my lollipops. I'm too young to be exposed to cigarettes.
Can't support a show that's glorifying smoking like that.
Yeah, I only read edited versions of One Piece that has Sanji with lollipops. But yeah. So Vash is targeted by the Hard Punch Nebraskas, a duo of bounty hunters, father and son bounty hunters, who, obviously want Vash's bounty. Of course, Vash manages to outsmart them and ends up actually saving the Govsef, the son of the duo, and because of that, they play. Everyone plays nice. They go drinking, and then all of a sudden, a bomber named Hamilton appears, who and this is it. People just start exploding. They just these little bomb type things with like spider legs just crawl all over the place and attach themselves onto people. And it turns out that Hamilton was being motivated by Vash's evil twin brother, Million's Knives, who, as you can see in the screenshot here, has millions of knives.
The name is
Which,
rather self-explanatory, yes.
Yeah, who normally take the form of like these freaking Doc Ock tentacle arm things, but except they're just made entirely of blades. So that's terrifying. Damn. Yeah, we see a lot of dismemberment because of those. The father of that the Nebraska duo, yeah, he loses his arm. A few innocent mothers, they also die. So yeah.
Knives have a grudge against mothers or something?
I don't know. He just kind of kills people just cause, I guess. I don't know. He's there for the town's plant thing that allows them to, survive. And he and his group end up taking that, and also he just destroys the town completely just cause, I guess, just cause he can. Absolutely gorgeous, by the way. This show, it's orange, of course, so of course it's gorgeous. But yeah, it's just a great little spectacle there. But yeah, and of course Vash is blamed for all of it because even though he had nothing to do with it, but just because he's
he's Vash.
He's Knives' brother, but they said they blame him and said this wouldn't have happened if Vash hadn't ended up there, but I don't think that was the case. I'm pretty sure this would have happened regardless.
Yeah.
If anything, there would have been more casualties. But yeah. So that's where we're at right now. And next episode we meet Wolfwood. So curious about that. But yeah, the show's very enjoyable so far.
Alright, we can move on then to Tsundere, the Linking Shot.
Oh boy.
I love this show so much. I really do.
Some well-animated Archer boys.
Yeah, some really well-animated Archer boys.
I'll watch this one day.
I mean, it's KyoAni. Of course it's well-animated.
Yeah, that's right. It is KyoAni.
Honestly, I'm going to set my stall out right now. This is going to be my best animation in the awards.
No, that's fair.
Nah, can I veto that?
No. Absolutely not.
Nah. How dare you?
So let's see. We get some attention on Kirasaki. Manji, the twin who got target panic in the match at the end of the first season, asks to be removed from the starting lineup. Then we get some focus on Shu, and we meet his sister and his butler. Well, the sister asks to go watch regionals, but Shu doesn't want her to because he doesn't want her to see him make mistakes, but she goes anyway. we get to regionals. We get a couple of the we get the entire regionals up through the end of episode 3, which is actually a lot quicker than I thought. But what I thought would happen, happened pretty much exactly. Kazumai came up against Sujimine in, I think it was the 3rd round, and Sujimine in particular have a very eccentric and non-traditional way of shooting, so that threw them off. But then Minato in particular seemed to feel the pressure and pretty much blanked out through the match. Like, he just kept shooting, and suddenly the match was over and they'd lost. Then in the final, Kurosaki beat Sujimine to make it to nationals. Again, completely expected. And Masa forbid Minato from shooting until he figured out what happened at regionals, which was the basis of episode 4, which was basically getting to know, basically contrasting Sujimine and Kazumai, in particular Minato and Nikaido, or certainly the philosophy that Masa wants to instill in Minato, because Nikaido and Sujimine's whole thing is get hits any way you can, basically. The result is what matters. And Masa's, and consequently, Minato's eventually, is the process is what matters, and the results will come from that. Which is just an interesting little clash of ideals, or clash of philosophies, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, but it takes Minato to basically watch his performance against Sujimine to actually realize that he fucked up badly and threw the rhythm of the team off, which basically everyone else had figured out, but nobody really wanted to say. I think because they worried they'd send him back into target panic. But yeah, he should now be able to shoot and move on from this. Really looking forward to nationals.
Good.
This show is really good, and like, it's just so beautiful as well.
I don't believe you.
Liar.
Yeah.
No lies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe if it was made by Studio Dean, it would be prettier.
Oh, fuck you. No, this is the one ugly show that KyoAni's done. Show, yeah, definitely.
I don't think has KyoAni done an ugly show. I don't think so.
That's my knowledge.
I honestly don't think so.
Yeah.
Also, fucking Nikaido took a shot at Seiya for his attachment to Minato, which is basically just Seiya's thing now. He just gets like the shit kicked out of him verbally by the antagonists for being so close to Minato, even though Minato very clearly, like, he's Look, if this show were actually going to go gay, Seiya absolutely has a crush on Minato, but Minato does not have a crush on Seiya. Minato is far too focused on Masa and Shu.
Interesting.
Gay.
Very gay. It's a very gay show.
Gay.
Without actually being gay. Yeah, no, I fucking love Tsurune. Absolutely adore it. And really looking forward to the rest of the season. But we should move on to our next show, which... yeah, it's our final new show from Winter 2023. Which is... Unite Up. I'm just gonna...
What about Disband Down?
I'm just gonna wait for the reaction to the screenshot.
Oh my god.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Gendo pose. It's a Gendo pose.
Wait, what the hell?
This is why I picked the screenshot.
It's a fucking Gendo pose.
It's so funny. So basically, so episode 2, we get to meet the other two members of the group that Akira is going to be a part of. Is Suzugawa Chihiro and Naoi Banri, both of whom are really good. Really like them because the episode is basically just the three of them bonding, which is really nice. Like Chihiro really seems like the harsh dick type, but he's actually just kind of awkward, I think. And Banri shows up in sunglasses and a mask, which made me think that he was going to be like a prima donna. No, it's just because he doesn't like how girly his face is. But later in the episode, the other two reaffirm his princely facial structure. So he's okay with that. With that covering up in front of them, which is nice. And apparently Chihiro has an interest in architecture, specifically old bathhouses, because when Akira reveals that his family runs one, Chihiro basically just invites himself over. Starts gushing about the architecture, but yeah, no, episode 2 is just them bonding, which is really nice. Though there's definitely some hints with regards to Chihiro that there's a family situation there that's not altogether great. So we'll see about that. Episode 3 focuses on the group Legit, who are basically Akira's upperclassmen in the agency. Like, they're the newest group after Akira's group. And one of the members is let me just get his name. Nijo Eishiro, which is this dude, who only became an idol because he wants to be prime minister. Because he wants he wants absolute authority, and to become the prime minister, support from the populace is an absolute necessity.
Oh my god, that's a weirdly 5-head move.
That's some galaxy brain bullshit. Right?
Why haven't more idols become prime minister?
I don't know. But yeah, basically Eishiro and I think the group's lead, Takao, basically clash a lot because Eishiro is all about efficiency and Takao is all about the quality of the performance. So, like, for example, the fight that they get into in the episode is Takao wants to work on perfecting one particular dance, whereas Eishiro wants to work on, getting all of their dances up to a good standard, rather than just perfecting one of them. But Akira and Banri in particular invoke the power of anime to get them to make up. So, and then they perform, and it's good, and Akira becomes very excited about it. And but the funny thing is the episode is bookended because Akira's mum asks Akira to get Takao's autograph so that she can put it up in the bathhouse. At the end of the episode, he does actually ask Takao for his autograph and says, "I'm going to frame it and put it up in my home," which is technically correct. But yeah, I like this show. We've met the other two members of the main trio, and they're really good, and they've got good dynamic with Akira. And yeah, it's a good idol show. It is a good idol show.
That's rare.
Yeah. But we can.
I'll keep an eye on this one then. I might
Well,
check it out.
this is another one that's been delayed until I think
Oh yeah, that's right.
February 11th. I want to say, yeah, February 11th.
Hmm.
Which is a shame, but alas, just gonna have to wait. But up next, it is Urusei Yatsura.
This has been really fun.
I'm actually a bit behind. I've only watched one episode of the new core, so I'm not quite caught up. Feel free to spoil.
This screenshot is from the most recent episode.
Okay. We're gonna
As a childhood flashback.
Wait, what? Why? Wait, why?
It's so. I would explain the context, but it's honestly funnier if I don't.
Okay. I'll find out myself anyways. What the fuck? Yeah.
You gotta love the childhood antics of Illuminron.
Yeah. I'm sure they're up to some shenanigans.
Oh yeah, no, it's basically Ron's flashback of why Loom was hell to deal with when they were younger. Honestly, I can't really blame her for
Yeah,
thinking that.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there have been a lot of really funny skits. It hasn't really been super overarching or anything, but there have been some really fun ones. Like there's just an episode also had Loom and sorry,
Mhm.
had Loom try to give Atru a love potion, and it turns out it wasn't a love potion; it was a loud potion.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So the results were Atru just being a loudmouth liar and just saying the most flagrant lies possible.
That sounds funny.
Yeah, I won't spoil what the lies are because that's half the fun.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, and then there's also there have been more skits with Mendo and his sister, which have been very funny as well. Like what was it? We meet Mendo's childhood friend, who his sister has a crush on, but the friend only wants to challenge Mendo to a duel.
Why?
Because they're longtime childhood rivals, I guess.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Mendo just hates his guts because his sister has a crush on him.
Hmm. Understandable, I guess.
It's just a whole funny situation.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
Yeah, and of course, the episode before that had a great sequence of the teachers and faculty trying to prevent the students from from going off campus for lunch, and it just turns into this whole full-on warfare situation.
Why aren't they allowed to go off campus?
Stupid school rules or some bullshit. I don't know.
That's dumb. Let
It
them
is
do what
dumb.
they want.
Oh, it is 100% dumb, but it's funny.
Yeah, I'm sure it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's been fun. There hasn't been any like super strong continuity or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but it's
Just fun skits.
yeah, fun skits.
Okay.
Honestly, that's all this show really needs.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like with the occasional tender moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look forward to catching up. I do actually quite enjoy this show, much more than I expected to. So,
And
yeah.
I guess there's a reason this holds up as a comedy classic.
Yeah, I guess so, right? Like there's a lot of really dumb tropes that originated from older shows, but I guess this one just works out.
Mm-hmm.
Now we just need a Ranma remake.
Yep. Yeah, that we do.
Yeah.
All right, if that's everything, we can move on.
Yep, that's everything.
So we move on to The Vampire Dies in No Time, Season 2.
uh, these fucking dumbasses are so fun to see in action. It's hard to describe this because it's so gag focused. There's a lot of funny jokes in this show. Like there's a whole sketch where basically one of the editors is trying to get to be the main editor of Ronaldo's stuff, and she tries to basically convince him to dump his main editor, who is a sadistic asshole, in favor of her. But every time she tries to talk to him, she either stumbles over her words or just cannot communicate with him properly, and it ends up in ridiculous misunderstandings. And there's another sketch where so Ronaldo hates celery, and I don't know why. That's just part of the joke. And his arch nemesis who hates Ronaldo's guts because his mother is a huge fan of Ronaldo's. Uh, anyways, he tries to basically plant celery in Ronaldo's office and ropes one of his colleagues into helping him do it. Then he fucking bolts, and the colleague is stuck trying to hide in Ronaldo's office because he has no way of escaping without making things worse. And the whole sketch unfolds from there. This is just a very very gag centric show. But damn if it isn't fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say about Vampire Dies?
Not really. It's just a fun time, and it's not super deep. It's mostly gag focused. John remains the best armadillo, though.
Has there been any rough jokes like I know we had in season 1?
Nothing that egregious thus far.
Hmm.
There was a funny chain of gags where one dude basically a mistaken identity gag, but yeah, nothing so far that has been as rough as some of the season 1 stuff.
All right.
I'll let you know if that changes.
Yeah. Okay. We can move on then to Vinland Saga Season 2. That's right, Thorfinn. Not a single good thing has happened to you in your entire life, which is part of the reason why I dropped this show.
Man.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I can't entirely blame you.
Mm-hmm. Thorfinn's just been not having a fun time.
Yeah.
When does Thorfinn ever have a fun time?
When his father was still alive.
Even then, he didn't seem to have that fun of a time.
It was still better than where he is now.
I mean, that bar is so low, it's a tripping hazard in hell.
It's true. It's true, but still. But yeah, Einar becomes acquainted with Thorfinn. Thorfinn is, as you can imagine, a very cheery individual right now. He's very happy to be working on the farm and everything. You know, he's no PTSD at all.
No, definitely not PTSD.
Yeah, no.
He definitely doesn't wake up at night screaming, not at all.
No. Of course not. Why would he do that? But yeah, Einar and Thorfinn are given the opportunity to basically buy themselves back, just by basically starting their own farm on the farm. But first, they have to cut down a lot of trees. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe this is more like the Roman style of slavery where you can earn your freedom
Mhm.
as opposed to straight up chattel slavery.
Yeah.
Still a shitty situation to be in, regardless.
Yeah, their owner, for better, is a pretty all right dude, at least. Some of the people they're forced to work with, however, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're kind of assholes, stealing their food and treating them like shit. So, yeah, that's swell. And then some of the master's bodyguards decide make the master's son, feel like a man. So they advise him, hey, you should kill a guy.
I thought you were
Because
gonna.
that
Say,
is clearly.
I thought you were gonna say they slept with him.
No. No.
That would be funny, but no.
No, they want to make him into a man, so he has to kill a guy. So it's like,
Because
hey,
that's
just
how it works.
just kill some of your father's property. It's fine.
I feel like having sex with them would be a more productive way of doing that.
To be fair, he did actually sleep with a woman right before then.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's a man, but not a man,
Yeah, you know how big Viking cultures are on a real man kills
Yeah.
and all that shit.
Yeah. Of course, initially Einar is the one who's going to get killed, but Thorfinn's like, just kill me. Let's just get this over with.
Look, that son of a bitch Askeladd is in the afterlife, and I still want his head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nmbr, are you alright?
No, that was
you broke her.
that was clever. That's that was good. that was good. Oh goodness. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, one of the master's mercenaries decides to fuck up Thorfinn, and
Yeah.
Thorfinn just stands there and takes it with nary a change in expression.
Yeah. And then apparently the guy in charge of all of them just shows up and is like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
What the fuck are you idiots doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just punches the guy who was cutting up Thorfinn right in the
Yeah,
face.
he punches him out, his teeth fall out.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's where we're at. So pretty rough situation, but not all doom and gloom just yet.
No, we'll probably get there at some point, though.
Oh,
knowing our luck.
This is Vinland Saga. Of course, we're gonna get there.
Mm-hmm.
You think this is all gonna be pleasant? Hell no.
Of course not.
Again,
Hell no.
the other reason why I dropped this show.
Understandable. This is not a show for everyone.
I'm kind of done watching the universe shit on Thorfinn.
Understandable, but if it does make things better, things will look up from here for him.
Yeah. Not enough.
Understandable. But yeah, we'll get there.
Get
But
that.
first, Thorfinn has to deal with some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Some more shit on top of his existing shit.
You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, we can move on then to our final show. It's been a long time coming. Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun Season 3. So, I'm just going to get this out of the way. Episode 14 I did not really like.
Which one was that?
So that was the one where Lead lost the vase and then checked up on Elisabetta to find her, and then Karoli and Kamui started their assault on Goemon and Nagaris' castle.
Ah, right. Yeah, I remember you mentioning you not really understanding the exact mechanics of the rules there.
No, I understand why, they're not being called up on it. Like that, I understand the logic. I just don't agree, and I just think that the author wrote themselves into a hole on this one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I feel like they really wanted, like, okay, I don't want there to be like this to be a combat heavy combat between other characters arc, especially considering the Misfits are going to be competing with themselves. I don't want them to be fighting each other. But it was like, how do I create drama and start progression without there being any fighting? Right.
Proxy war.
Proxy war. Yeah, that's definitely gonna work. Even though Kuroli and Kamui are having their beasts attack people, outright attack people. People are being injured.
Look, it just because they're having their beasts attack people doesn't mean that it's actually like them directly attacking people.
Semantics.
Oh no, you're wholly correct in that regard.
Like, as I said, I understand the logic. I just disagree with it, and I wasn't really enjoying that episode to begin with anyway, because I really could have done without Lead's whole thing.
Yeah, no, I get that. The rest of the season has been pretty fun so far, though.
So episode 13 was good. Liked episode 13 with the with Az and Clara in particular worrying about Iruma, and the flashback there. Nafla saving him, or trying to save him, trying to use his stubby little wings to fly Iruma out of there. That was so cute. And Kalego being best Tsundere.
Yeah, that was fun.
And, the dickishness of first, announcing that the vase is worth 20,000 points, and that it's associated with the Legend Leaf, and that Lead has it.
Oh, that was funny.
That was such a dick move. And then to actually broadcast Iruma's words, that Iruma announcing that he has the Seed of Beginnings and where they should meet up. Like, that's just like, come on. That's just cruel.
Yeah, but it's in character for Kalego.
I get
Oh
the
wait,
feel...
I don't think he announced that.
No,
did
he didn't announce the vase bit. I think it was the
It was the other dude, yeah.
I don't think it was. I think it was the female teacher. I can't remember what her name is.
Oh. Yeah. I think it was Susie Stolas, right?
Something like that. Yeah. Like I think she's the plants teacher.
Yeah, that's Susie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was her. Either that or it was Robin. I remember it was somebody with green hair.
Either way, it's still funny to me.
Yeah. No, it's hilarious, but it's just such a dick move.
It is absolutely a dick move, but it's a funny dick move.
Yeah.
Which is what's important here.
Yeah. And then episode 15 was really good again, because we actually got some stuff about Oribas, and the fact that he is actually being, manipulated into this by Ocho, who I assume is part of whatever the fuck that guy's name is from season 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah, that whole deal.
That fucking
Probably.
dude. Yeah. But also the fact that it's basically believed that he's in a cult worshipping the number 2 because he always finishes second, but it's just a complete coincidence, and he's furious about it.
Yeah, that is funny.
And yeah, the fact that he is actually like, no, targeting them with my ability would have been way too harsh, and it would have been a bad thing to do. And it is just the fact that he's being manipulated into it. And then, Iruma saving Clara.
Yep. And then saving Iruma.
Yeah, I mean, Oz has to be disqualified now. He absolutely has to be. He attacked Oribas.
Yeah, he has to be, but at the same time, he's literally the only member of the Misfit class who's already at rank 4. He's
Yeah.
fine.
No, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that by the rules of the fucking festival, he has to be disqualified. Otherwise, I will stop respecting the rules.
Yes. No, that's fair.
Because there's no gray area here. He just fucking hit him. Like, you could even argue that there is a gray area with Jazz's disqualification because he didn't actually think he was hitting another student.
Yeah.
But Oz very clearly did it purposefully.
Yes.
Because
yes,
he's a
he did.
good friend. And what was really nice to see is that he said, won't lay a single finger on my friends. Not just Iruma, but Clara as well.
Yep. You'll love to see that character growth.
Yeah. No, very good. Very, very good. And yeah, Iruma being an archer is fucking amazing to me, so I always love when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say for Iruma.
Well, the end of the festival is finally in sight, so
Yeah.
that's good. We'll probably be able to talk about the end of it in the next anime stream.
In the mid-season check-in, yeah. Yeah, so that is everything for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. 3.5 hours isn't bad for how many shows we had.
Yep.
We'll definitely be cutting down on that amount, thankfully.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be discussing that off stream and we'll be trimming the fat,
Yeah.
so to speak.
So in terms of future stuff, tomorrow we'll be continuing D&D. We are finally out of the prison arc. We have all our stuff back, thankfully, and we have a house. We have a house. We've been doing these streams for I think this is what, 3 years now.
Well, I don't think we've been doing the streams for 3 years, but we've definitely been playing for 3 years.
Yeah, we've been doing the sessions for 3 years. We've been doing this campaign for 3 years, and we've only just now got a house.
Yep.
I think it's been over a year in universe time, and we've only just gotten a house. We still don't have a group name.
Yeah.
We need to figure
We'll
that
get
out.
there when we get there.
We'll figure that out. Tuesday and Thursday will be gaming stuff. Not sure what it'll be until we get there. I don't know why I was heading over to a different podcast schedule tab when I already have it open. Oh boy. Next week's Paradox Hour podcast is going to be the roast of Naruto.
Joy of joys.
That's going to be a big one, yeah. We're going to be roasting the shit out of Naruto. Don't worry about that.
We're in for a fun time.
Yeah. So again, thank you everybody for watching. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and on Twitter at storytime_net. And otherwise, we hope to see you tomorrow for more D&D. Good night.
Later.
Bye.